welcome to Hershey Park Stadium in the heart of Chocolate Town, USA, for tonight's District 3 4A Football Championship, being brought to you by High School Sports Live TV right here on ABC 27. Tonight's sponsor, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency, and we are so happy to be here tonight bringing you this game. It's the 13-0 Wilson Bulldogs coming into this one tonight. They are looking for their first championship since 2012 up against the Central Dauphin Rams, who are also a team that had one back in 2011. They're 11-2, and they're looking to end that streak and get in here tonight. And most importantly, the two teams are looking to move on, maybe and play here in about 2 weeks. I'm Gary Sutton. I'll be your play-by-play announcer for tonight. On this side, Jerome Presley. On the other side, Todd McCall. And Jerome, when you talk about Central Dauphin, they've got a lot of people you can talk about defensively. They are a defensive-oriented team, but they've also got a great running back named Mr. Serb. Tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, Riley Serb has shown that he can carry the load for Central Dauphin. They run a spread offense, and what they do is they spread out the defense for you, and then they give the ball to Riley Serb. He's shown that he can be quick, precise, and he can definitely run people over as well. So he's definitely a good player. Now, you also talked about the defensive side of the ball, and you can't talk about Central Dauphin without talking about defense. They have a monster defensive end named Micah Parsons, 9th grader, who is just lighting it up. And then in the middle, Stephen McNeil at linebacker. Keep an eye on him, number 40. He is the anchor for that defensive unit. So Central Dauphin wants to come in here and do both well on defense and offense and special teams. On the other side, Todd, the Bulldogs. Todd McCall with us here, of course. And the Bulldogs come into this game with a quarterback. They've been known for a few quarterbacks over the years over at Wilson, but Jake Templin kind of keeps that alive. He's got some gaudy numbers.
Well, he's part of the pedigree now. You know, you come on, you talk about Chad Henning, you talk about somebody like Kerry Collins playing the position. This guy now leads Wilson in touchdowns, 27. He does it in front of Henny, a Jacksonville quarterback that came in to see him do it in Manheim Township. He throws it, breaks the record, 27. He's 1,300 yards on this season. Now, one thing about this guy tonight is you don't have a passing game without a running game. Dantzler at running back has carried the ball 30 times, 23 in the last 3 playoff games for 526 yards. You go to him, sets up that passing game, and it makes Templin very effective because he runs a very effective game. He doesn't make mistakes, and that's a sign of a great quarterback. But now, equally, could he be the next one coming out of Wilson Bulldogs? Tonight's the tell-all tonight.
And we got a little advanced preview on this game, the third week of the season, when Wilson beat Central Dauphin 14-12 in a real defensive tussle. Could be that kind of game here tonight, but we'll wait and see. It's all just out ahead on High School Sports Live TV. It's a District 3 4A championship. Wilson and Central Dauphin right ahead.
Guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Why spend Black Friday fighting over the last $3 toaster? Get what you really want during Hoffman Ford's Black Friday sales event. Drive a 2014 Focus SE, save $5,000 off MSRP, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months and $1,500 cash back. A 2014 Fusion, $6,000 off MSRP, plus 0% financing for 72 months. Shop one of Central Pennsylvania's largest selections. Immediate delivery with no money down. Don't miss the Black Friday sales event now through December 1st at Hoffman Ford, because a new Ford is way better than any toaster.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
As you can see, last year I was just a little kid. Advanced Hoops shows me and my friends dribbling, shooting, and defense. Our favorite game is dribbling knockout and shooting knockout. Advanced Hoops!
Join us for our Christmas clinic and winter skill builders for ages 5 to 14. Register online or call today.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium. It's Wilson 13-0 going up against Central Dauphin 11-2. The Bulldogs and the Rams for the District 3 4A Championship, brought to you tonight by the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. And you're watching it all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. Very glad to be bringing you this game tonight. I'm Gary Sutton, play-by-play. With me, color commentators on both sides here. Jerome Presley to my right. To my left is Todd McCall. You see the green and white Rams on that side, and then the red and white Bulldogs of Wilson, 13-0. They're going to be kicking off. The Rams will be receiving on the left side of your screen. Final word here, Jerome. What are we looking for tonight?
Well, I think you're going to look for possibly a defensive struggle between both teams. I mean, you're talking about two extremely good defenses that really set the tone. So look for Wilson to try to set their dominance in the line of scrimmage, and then when you see Central Dauphin on defense doing the same thing.
Todd, final thought.
Who has the best running game? Central Dauphin will get 30 carries with serve. And then look on the other side of Dancer getting 30 carries. Tonight, I don't see the ball in the air that often.
We're 48 minutes away from a championship and a chance to advance to the semifinals and the state championships as we get this one underway. And the kickoff is in the air. The District 3 4A championship is no longer history. And right away, tackling early before the 20-yard line at about the 18. And we'll open up there for Central Dauphin.
You want to make an impact right away in a game. You know, Jerome will mention it a lot, I know tonight, but special teams. A lot of these guys throughout the year you see on special teams, you might not often see them on the field or nobody really talks about them. Coming out making a big play right here and pin Central Dauphin. It's going to be field position game tonight, Gary. So this special teams, both units, look for somebody to pick up 6 on a turnover off the special teams.
Well, A.J. Millar will be the quarterback out of the gate. They like to roll 2 quarterbacks here as they quickly pull in to a much tighter running formation.
We saw David Payton lined up with the first-team defense in pregame, and I wonder if that's something going in. Jerome, you even mentioned it. He looked like he was playing corner, looking like he was going one-on-one coverage.
And Raleigh Serve gets the handoff right away and very quickly gets a first down for Central Dauphin.
And that's what Central Dauphin does, is they open you up, they spread you out, and then they run the ball with Serve. And Serve is very good in between the tackles. He may be small, but he's extremely strong. He gets upfield north-south very well. So you saw a first down pickup on the first play.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 31-yard line. Again, you can hear the booth over there where the coaches are upstairs as well. Here's the inside fake handoff, this time quarterback keep. And Millar will dive forward for maybe 2 or 3 yards. And I said Millar, and it's Payton in there first tonight.
Yeah, and the one thing about Payton that he gives you a little bit more than Millar does, I think he is a more accomplished runner from the quarterback position, and he can be very dangerous. So that gives you a backfield of a quarterback in Payton, and then you have Raleigh Serve, the running back, who can also run very well, as we talked about.
Payton, 586 yards rushing for the year. Empty backfield this time with Payton. Puts a man in motion. It's going to be Serve. Serve trying to find some running room. Not going to happen, and he just kind of dives back toward the line of scrimmage where he is brought down by a whole lot of red and white jerseys.
And that's what Serve does really well. We saw early year against Susquehanna. They're down 21-0 against Susquehanna Township. And Serve found holes. He's shifty. He pops out. Look for them to get him the ball on the bubble screen tonight out of the trips.
So it'll be 3rd down at 6 yards ago. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Again, 14-12 in the 3rd game of the season. Here we are in, week 14 now, and both teams looking to play for a little bit more on the line right now. 3rd down and 6. Let's see what they have in store. There's a delayed handoff right back to the line of scrimmage, and again, the Bulldogs equal to the task as they surge forward on the charge.
And you saw on that play, Central Dauphin running a draw play to try to catch that Bulldog defense off guard, but they stayed home. They played right where they needed to play, and they made that tackle. So there it brings up a 4th down, and Central Dauphin has to punt.
So it'll be 4th down and 6 as Central Dauphin back for the punt. They'll boot it out of there off Connor Howell's foot and almost blocked and taken by Wilson. near the 40-yard line to get out near the 41. It'll be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
You know, right here is great field position early on a cold night here at the sweetest place on earth.
It was Jacob Kirscher punting and Connor Howell receiving it. So first and 10, ball at the 41-yard line. Big 33 football classic at the Super Bowl of high school football. There has never been a Super Bowl play without a Big 33 alumni. The 58th annual Big 33 football classic is June 20th, 2015, right here at Hershey Park Stadium. Visit big33.org. First and 10 as Jake Templin takes over. Templin dropping back, push, gets it out to the flat, finds his man out there, Shane Dantzler, and Dantzler takes it forward for a first down. Let's take a look at it again.
Yeah, and what you see is, we know that Central Dauphin has a very good pass rush with those defensive ends. One way to beat the pass rush is to get the ball in the flat and get those rushers upfield and throw the ball right behind them, and that's exactly what you saw Wilson do on that play.
Definitely one man in the backfield, 3 receivers far side, 1 near side. Second down and 3. There's that quick pass out to the flat. Got his man open. It's going to be short of the first down. Look like Jake Gaiman out there.
And number 40, Stephen McNeil, we talked about him in the pregame. He showed you exactly what he can do from that linebacker position. Short stature, but he has kept the lineage of those Central Dauphin linebackers, and he's a tough one in the middle.
And he came up and laid wood. And look at one thing I want to look at here as where Betts lines up, 32, 5'10", he's 205 pounds. Betts has been lining up on the corner. Sometimes you see him in the middle. They're trying to shift that defense a little bit.
So it'll be third down now and 2 yards to go. Temple with a tight formation. He keeps it himself. And I don't know that he got to the line. He tried to get the first down, and I think he came up just a little bit short. Let's see where the spot is, although where the official's standing right now.
It looks like he may have gotten it, yeah.
He got it.
And I think, Gary, that was a definite, a generous spot. You can hear, I think the Central Dauphin fans are not happy with that spot because it looked like he ran right into a stone wall, and he may have been a little short, but he got the first down, according to the officials.
So it'll be first down and 10, so it was a very generous spot. It looked like his body got there. I'm not sure the ball got there. So anyway, Templin has him up to the line. 3 receivers near side, 1 far side, 1 lone back. Jake Templin at the 49-yard line with the Bulldogs. Inside handoff. Got his man Dantzler right across the middle. Good push forward and a big gain on first down about the 41-yard line.
And when you see Dantzler picking up that many yards on a first down carry, that's trouble for your defense. And they're stacking that line now, trying to bring everybody they have. It looks like they're in man coverage. And you know what? Dantzler just pulled a lot of guys. He's not the biggest kid, but he took that defensive line with him.
And Templin gets him up to the line very quickly here again, although now he's got to stop. And it'll be second down and 3 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 42. So again, 3 receivers near side, 1 tight far side, lone back. Again is Dantzler. Dantzler gets the handoff. Dantzler across for the first down as he dances down to the 35-yard line, and another first down for the Bulldogs.
And similar to what you saw from CD offensively, you see Wilson do a very similar thing. They spread you out. They put trips to the left, and then they put 1 receiver to the right, and then they run the ball out of that formation. So what it does is it pulls defenders away from the middle of the field where you're able to get less in the box to run the ball.
So it'll be first and 10, ball at the 36-yard line as Templin calls out the signals. Back in the shotgun again. This time 2 receivers near side, 1 man in motion. That'll be Gaiman. And the handoff again to Dantzler. Dantzler scurries over the left side, across the 30, inside to the 29-yard line, and the Bulldogs are establishing their running game right now.
Well, there's 4 carries already in just this possession right here out of Dantzler. Look at him. He's just, all he's doing is getting a hole and just running hard, squaring his shoulders through the hole. Nothing fancy right there.
Give credit for Alex Twyford, the tight end, for getting a good inside block there on the shape block. So it'll be second down and 3, ball at the 29. And Wilson moving the football. Gaiman in motion. Handoff. Dantzler trying to get to the outside. Won't do it this time, although he finally makes someone his own at the end and dives close to the first down yardage.
Well, I think the biggest problem for Central Dauphin that I'm seeing is their tackling. I mean, Dantzler is breaking tackles left and right, and you see, it looks like he gets stopped. Defensive end does well on contain, but as soon as there's contact, he's taking the defenders 2-3 yards into the defense.
Gary, look at where they're trying to tackle him. They're trying to tackle him up on his shoulders. You got to get low, got to get that shoulder in, have your head to the outside, and bring him down. And Jerome, you know, playing corner, you go high on a kid like him, he's stronger than he looks.
Well, they're measuring it. He got less than the length of a football. In fact, about half the length of a football for the first time. Let's take a look at it here. You're going to see the guy put up the inches sign. There it is. 3rd down and inches to go. So let's see what they have in mind here as the ball will be spotted at the 26-yard line or so.
And remember, this is set up by a very generous spot. So if you're a Central Dolphin fan, you're sitting here going, wait a minute, we might have had a hold right there. And Dantzler and basically there's no dust on this field because it's so beautiful, but it's been Dantzler and dust so far.
Well, I mean, I'm impressed with how Wilson has been able to just sustainably run the ball against this defense.
Well, here we go. 3rd down and a very, very short one, and you got to think it's 2-down territory anyway. So 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. 2 backs with Templin. Templin in the shotgun. No handoff, throw across the middle, and could not hook up with his man. It looked like he had Gaiman across the middle, and I'll tell you what, that ball looked like it was on the numbers, but thrown pretty hard.
It was thrown real hard. This is why he's in this pedigree, this genealogy at quarterback here. One of the things that I give decent credit for Albright, Reed Albright on the coverage there, but I thought they were going Peyton's side on that one-on-one coverage with Fox and Peyton over there.
Let me correct myself. It was Connor Howe there on who's the intended receiver.
Yeah, but I know Gary called it. It's 2-down territory, so why not take a shot in the air on the first play of 3rd down?
It's almost what we see in the NFL with like 2nd and short when you go do something. Well, let's see it here. Pretty sure you're going to see Dantzler with it or Templin. There's Dantzler. Dantzler breaks the tackle, gets the first down, and a little bit more inside the 25.
Reed Albright had him in the backfield. He's really right now you can tell he's frustrated. Now, one of the things, keep an eye on Parsons. Parsons getting double teamed, almost triple teamed on the pull every single time. This kid, this freshman, is a sensation, but tonight they're doing a good job blocking him.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a good job blocking him, and they have to account for him because of what he can do. Now, on the other side, number 94, Robinson, is very good as well. So they have 2 solid bookends.
1st and 10, ball at the 24. Templin calling out signals up and down the line. Steps back, looking for his man. Corner, Gaiman, he's got him. Gaiman's got it. Touchdown! And they are saying absolutely, put it right on the numbers as he finds Jake Gaiman, the 6', 180-pound junior in the corner of the end zone, and Wilson strikes first.
And we talk about Templin's ability to throw the ball. This is a perfect thrown ball to Gaiman on the outside with Peyton on coverage. And we talked about Peyton is doing double duty today as starting quarterback and corner as one of your better athletes. And he played good position, but better pass, better catch.
So in to attempt the extra point. For Wilson is Nick Hart. Snap is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. And at the end, with 5:24 to go in the first quarter, it's 7-0. Wilson is struck first in the district championship game. You're watching it all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
All right. Welcome back to Hershey Stadium, where Wilson has struck first. 7-0. They lead here with 5:24 to go in the first quarter, and just an outstanding pass as they found Gaiman in the left corner of the end zone. Jake Temple with a perfect pass, and Hart kicks it off. Central Dolphin will get it about their own 15-yard line. Trying to get forward is Contrell Armour, and he is snowed under. just around the 24-yard line, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Rams.
You know, right now, Central Dauphin just lacking that little bit of a spark. I thought they came out in pregame, looked good in pregame, ran through things hard. Now, one thing, let's go to that last possession on that touchdown before that. 5 carries, 1 reception for Dantzler. Sets up, all you have to have is a good quarterback who lays the ball on the money. Picture perfect drive out of a high school football team.
And think about how much time that drive took off the clock, too.
So it'll be 1st down for Central Dauphin. They spread it out this time. Good open look. In motion goes Serb. Serb's got it. Serb trying to get to the outside. And Serb cut off before he could ever get back to the line of scrimmage.
And there you saw just good defense stringing out the ball carrier, where Serb really had nowhere to take the ball upfield on that play. So each defender is playing their lane, and they're making good sound tackles. So Central Dauphin may have to start opening it up to try to free up some of that room in the middle of that defense.
Give credit to Ike Schonhammer, who got up there out of the middle linebacker spot. So it'll be 2nd down now. 10 yards to go. Ball to 23-yard line. Got a little screen this time. Getting forward on that. They're going to get close to the 1st down yardage as he caught Cody Eccles, the running back, and out near 1st down yardage, but not quite enough, so it'll be 3rd down and 1 here.
And actually, you know, that is what they might need to go to. You know, ride the belly of Serb, go a little screen on the right side, mix it up. I haven't seen that bubble set, that stuff that they go out of a lot of times. But they need to do some of these things effectively against that that rush out of Wilson.
Peyton, the quarterback, in the I formation this time. It's going to be a straight handoff. Serb trying to get the 1st down yardage. Looks like he may have just gotten it. We'll see where the spot is.
And we talk about that Central Dauphin defense. I tell you, this Wilson defense is showing a lot of toughness up front. They are showing that they are very hard to run on. And let's think about it. These teams know each other. They played each other in week 3, but that was such a long time ago. So a lot of things may have changed. Both of these teams got on some good runs through the season. So it's just, you know, seeing good, sound football defensively for Wilson.
And you know, something happened to Wilson right after that Central Dauphin East game. We could easily be talking Central Dauphin East, Central Dauphin. And they woke up, and that running game, and that, I don't know if it's, I think the biggest thing I'm seeing the difference is, I'm very surprised at how well their offensive line is controlling one side of the ball.
So CD back on the ball right now, 34-yard line, 1st and 10 after the 1st down. Peyton, quarterback, fakes the inside handoff, keeps it himself, trying to find some running room, dances to the outside. Peyton got 2 yards there and ran about 20 to get it.
And there's just no room to run. I mean, this is one of those situations where you have to run north-south as opposed to east-west. Wilson's defense is a little too quick for that, and they're making each yard hard to get. Every yard is difficult.
Big crowd here tonight. There you see the Wilson faithful on the far side as Peyton gets the play from Coach. Coach Glenn McNamee over there for Central Dauphin, and on the other side, Doug Doms for Wilson. And he gets over there and gets the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 yards to go at the 37-yard line. Flag on the play.
A little movement looked like on the left side of Central Dauphin, but you mentioned coaches. You talk on Glenn McNamee on this left side. Who you see? Poor Chapman, the one-time Bishop McDevitt state champion head coach. He's here with the Central Dauphin Rams. Has done a good job. Now on the other side, is there a better beard in high school football than Doug? Well, I mean, I'm a beard guy.
Your beard up here is kind of.
I mean, that beard right there is legit.
Well, the beard gets into the room at 5 of 8. He gets in there at 8. So it's one of those kind of things. But no, it looks good.
Yeah, I'm still working on growing.
I want to know what Gary looks like with a beard. Mr. Gary Sutton.
I never tried. 2nd down and 12 for the 32 after the penalty. Peyton steps straight back. Peyton now is going to try to run for it, trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He'll step out of bounds just shy of that.
And again, the defense is just doing a good job with no running lanes for the quarterback, Peyton or Serb. There just aren't running lanes at this moment. And, you know, you got to get that offensive line going.
I'm not sure there wasn't a busted play. He steps back looking for a pass. Nobody at home, so he's trying to run for his life. Eventually steps out of bounds. So it'll be 3rd down now and 11 yards to go. The ball still at the 33-yard line. Quick shift here for Central Dauphin. Trips near side. A lot of times you'll see a run on a slant far side on this. There you go. And the ball's down. Picked up by Wilson. Ball is out.
Wow.
And doesn't stand. Touchdown for Wilson, as it was picked up by Bryce Riley, the quarterback, who raced to the end zone. Let's take a look at it. Does it come out early? Watch it.
And everything about this play just looked off. I mean, I think that there's just too much penetration from Wilson.
And the ball's out.
And then the ball is out, and there you go. And now Central Dauphin is in a hole, down possibly 14 after this kick. And they're not an offense that necessarily is built to come back. I mean, so they definitely, at 14-0 is not an unsurmountable, amount of but they have to be able to sustain this and keep it going at some point and get something on offense.
Austin Rosa, the defensive end, picked that up and took it to the house as the kick is up and good. 14-0 with 2:09 left in the first quarter. Wilson has struck again here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less. And OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
No regrets. If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. At rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them. Erie Insurance.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium. Austin DeRosa picks it up on a fumble and takes it to the house, and Wilson has 14 on the board here in the first quarter, and they kick it back off to Central Dauphin, and I think the Central Dauphin audience is stunned here right now as it's taken by Zach Button. Button trying to find some running room to get out near the 24-yard line where the Rams will get another chance at it.
Well, I'll tell you what, already we've seen 3 kickoffs, and that kick coverage team for Wilson has done an exceptional job of covering, and that's that special teams, Todd, you were talking about. And right now, these kicks aren't deep, so you're figuring that the receiver's getting the ball at about the 10, 15-yard line is only able to get about 7 yards before someone is making a tackle. So right now, that special teams kick unit for Wilson is doing an exceptional job.
Looks like change of quarterbacks this time. But you're going to get A.J. Millar in there, the passer, and he passes out to the flat, but it's covered quickly again by Wilson.
And you will see Millar come in. The one thing about Central Dauphin is they do run a 2-quarterback system, and there you saw Peyton on the flank. So they'll bring in Millar at quarterback, put Peyton on the flank, who's one of their better athletes, see if they can get him the ball that way.
See Connor Ritter, the middle linebacker, getting out there to stop him with a little bit of help from Fode Jalot. So it'll be second down now and 9 yards ago. They'll give him a pickup of 1 on the play.
In that last possession, Rosa picks up what we call basically a defender's dream there. But Central Dauphin does a lot where they design to draw the quarterback up in an opportunity to run up the middle and basically run that. Stop right here. We got a flag. I apologize to you.
So Millar rolls out, hits the pass, put a flag down on the play, and it was almost after the play. You see him roll out here, finds his receiver on the outside.
What happened to me there for a second, Gary, is it's a little bit chilly, even in the booth. You know, I'm a prima donna, and that booth is pretty warm, but with them windows open, you got a little chilly here, and I couldn't talk. But what we see with Peyton is there's a lot of design where they draw him up the middle. Millar's your rollout guy.
So the pass here to Mitchell, nice.
And there's a big penalty. Personal foul, which really gives Central Dauphin a lot of yards, 15-yard penalty, so it moves them close to about the 48-yard line.
Be on the 49, where it'll be first down and 10, so Central Dauphin with a good pickup and then also the penalty. First and 10 for the 49-yard line. Millar obviously looking to pass more, and this time the flag will blow the play dead. And we'll see what the official has for us. Over to report. And it's going to be illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty back the other way. So now it'll be first down and 15 as the ball marched back to the 44-yard line.
And those mistakes, Coach McNamee has to be frustrated with those. You have an opportunity, you get a big penalty on your end, first down, and really a chance, and then bam, you get a penalty that takes you back. Now you're 1st and 15.
The clock ticks down, under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Millar hands off inside, almost doesn't get it to his receiver, and Wilson is there to cover it all up. So nothing going on that play as it ticks down now to 38 seconds.
One of the things I think Wilson's done, you can just see the homework done here tonight. They know when Millar's in, chances are if he's going to pass it, they've got to roll him out. When Peyton's in, you know that he's probably not going to get rid of it. He's probably going to tuck it away and run it. And I think right now they're loading that front line.
Right, and this is not a hugely oriented passing offense for Central Dauphin.
So it'll be second down, 14 yards to go, ball at the 45-yard line. Millar fakes the handoff inside, rolls near side, has his man out in the flat. And a good pick up there to end the quarter as he catches out there to Stephen McNeil. And that's the end of the first quarter. 14-0 right now. Wilson leads as we switch sides of the field. We want to remind you that SMX has immediate warehouse positions available at our Carlisle, Lewisberry, and Middlesex locations. Come apply with SMX at applysmjobs.com. Immediate positions available on both day and night shifts. Pay starts at up to $12 an hour. That's applysmjobs.com. SMX is an equal opportunity employer. Advanced Tubes is offering both youth skill builders for 5 to 10-year-olds this winter in Camp Hill, Lower Paxton, Hershey, and Palmyra. Charlie Fortney is also offering a program for players in junior high who got cut from their basketball team and are looking to play 5-on-5 games this winter. To get more information on shooting, 5-on-5, or youth skill builders, go to advancedtubes.com or call 657-2620. True Vision Realtors is the most enthusiastic and innovative real estate firm in central Pennsylvania, offering multiple programs from for sale by owner to full service. They are a locally family-owned business. They are serving you for buying and selling needs. To catch the true vision for your housing future, call Nick and Jody Pendolino at 717-925-9095. Pac Financial, helping local families build, manage, and protect their retirement savings. That's what they do. Do you have a game plan for retirement? Steve Marazzo is a local advisor who listens and cares. No accounts too small or too large. Call Steve Marazzo at 717-564-6400 and ask about the free no-obligation retirement projection. We get ready to start the second quarter. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for Central Dauphin. Ball at the 42-yard line. They're 1 for 3 so far in 3rd down opportunities. And you're going to see offsides here on the cadence. Looks like it was offsides against the defense encroachment. Let's wait and see if the officials agree. It'll be encroachment, 5-yard penalty, and there you run to get first down without ever having to run a play, guys.
And this is the second first down that they've gotten on a penalty. And that's, there's 2 areas you want to make sure that you're in the win column in. 1 is turnovers. You don't want to have a lot of them. And 2 is penalties. You want to make sure that you're not shooting yourself in the foot and putting yourself behind in the yardage department.
So here is Millar. A.J. Millar, quarterback. Handoff inside. Nothing doing there, and then diving, trying to get a couple of yards there on first down as Raleigh Serb got the handoff.
And that was John Fox on the defense. Again, Wilson is really doing a good job stretching out the offensive plays and not giving Serb any cutback ability or in those lanes.
Well, you see some of their special players going both ways. You see that in Central Dauphin and Wilson. These guys have a lot of downs in them, both offense and defense.
So it'll be second down now at 6 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. And Central Dauphin with a very, very important march here to start the second quarter. 2 receivers far side. Serb in motion. Rolling right. Got his man open. A good pass. Had to go down on both knees to get it, but he found his man out in the flat. That was Marcus Frank.
The only problem is it's a 3-yard pass. I mean, so it's, you talk about Central Dauphin's passing ability. They don't go downfield as much. It's usually lateral passing that usually is at the marker. So, again, it brings up a 3rd and 4 and another key 3rd down for the Central Dauphin offense. They need points.
And let me correct myself. That was Deshaun Frank out in the flat, obviously, and number 22. So it'll be 3rd down now and 3 yards to go. Again, we're in 2-down territory, you got to figure. In motion, Serve. Serve gets it. Serve trying to surge forward. It is not going to do it as he's met by most of Wilson's high school in that particular play.
Well, they're really just getting a good push up front, and they're really giving that offensive line of Central Dauphin some tough time. But I like something I see. Steve McNeil going back, lining up in the fullback position. I think right now he's probably your most effective weapon. They're keying on Serve right now.
Yeah, and an effective weapon maybe in the passing game.
Exactly.
Is what I would think, because right now the middle of that Wilson defense is very, very hard to run on. And just in general, just running on him in general has been difficult for Central Dauphin. 4th
down and 2 at the 29-yard line. Big 4th down right now as whistle blows. And you're going to get a timeout for Central Dauphin as apparently Coach McNamee doesn't like the play. We'll take a break. It's 14-0. Wilson leads Central Dauphin in the District 3 4A championship game here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
4th down and 2 for Central Dauphin as you see the Wilson cheerleaders near side, and they're dressed for warmth tonight, guys.
I don't know if you noticed when they line up, they go 70 yards long. That looks like Pac-10 cheerleaders. There's so many of them.
Yeah, I think both schools have that. If you look on the other side, Central Dauphin has the same thing. It's a lot of cheerleading.
So 9:56 to go here in the second quarter. Biggest play of the game so far. Handoff to Serve. Serve trying to get out to the outside for the yard and cannot do it. And stopped by the Bulldogs.
And once again, the problem right now that Central Dauphin has is this defense is getting penetration. And penetration, we talked about it last night, it blows up any play you want to do. So you're trying to get wide, they have penetration into your backfield, and they're able to get Served for a loss.
Give credit to Jake Gabin, too, for really turning that play inside and never letting it get out to the corner.
And one thing their linebacker core does very well is they know their assignments. They fill the gaps, fill the holes. They don't try to do anything out of superstar-wise, and that's why they get that pursuit.
So, again, an important series here on both ends here. As Wilson trying to put a hammer down, Central Dauphin trying to stop the bleeding. Handoff to Dantzler. Dantzler's not going to go anywhere. As the green and white rises up on the line of scrimmage.
That's where you see the effectiveness of Elijah Robinson, 6 foot, 215-pound defensive lineman. He's been very effective. Now he came up and played and made a nice pop on the ball right there.
So it'll be 2nd down now. They'll give him a yard of the play for 9.
One thing that you have to know with this Wilson team is they have not turned the ball over. They are not a turnover-type team.
Templin, 3 receivers near side, looking to run. Throws out to the flat to a secondary receiver, not going to be able to handle it as Dantzler. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
And this is a very, very big series for the Central Dauphin defense and this team. They have to get a stop here and try to get Wilson off the field so that they can give themselves an opportunity to try to put some points on the board.
1 for 2 so far tonight, and 3rd down opportunities are the Bulldogs.
You know, we talked earlier about, I don't know if we mentioned it in pregame or not, but Wilson's one of 3 teams in 4A. They're 13-0. We find out the Coatesville lost today, so it's Pine Richland and Wilson. There's a reason they're undefeated right now. They're in their prime right now. So
3 receivers near side, 3rd and 9 at their own 30. Templin, little push pass forward. To the outside is Dantzler. Dantzler with some running room. Dantzler, great arms and pushes out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Big first down for Wilson on a 22-yard scamper on the shovel pass forward to Dantzler from Templin.
And I'll tell you, Dantzler is running like he's just mad. he's angry. He's mad. He's running mad. And right now, these Central Dauphin defenders better knuckle up because he's coming and he's coming to win a title.
How about Jake Gaiman with the blocking downfield? There's 2 good blocks to the inside. Then Gaiman pushing his block and extending it downfield. So the ball out to the 48-yard line of Central Dauphin, and Wilson on the march again. Same formation they've been showing most of the night. 3 receivers far side. But this time, Templin will keep it. Templin picking his way through down to about the 43-yard line.
You know, you see Central Dauphin make 2 steps forward, and unfortunately Wilson answers, and they take 2 steps back. But when you have your receivers holding blocks as well as Wilson does on those corners, and a quick guy like Dantzler, that is a difference maker right there.
Definitely is.
So Templin, 2nd down and 5, has his team up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Ball at the 43-yard line. Wilson is in gear tonight. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Handoff, Dantzler. Dantzler is pulled back right at the line of scrimmage. Great tackle in there that time by a number 90, Micah Parsons, a guy who has already been offered a scholarship by Penn State University as a freshman, guys. Look at him here. You can see how quick he is.
And that shows you, I mean, he's a man-child. He has 17.5 sacks on the season as a freshman. And, you know, he showed you on that play that it's going to be hard to run on him.
3rd down and 5, ball at the 43-yard line of Central Dauphin. Templin calls the signals up and down the line. Puts his man in motion. Connor Howell. Hands off. No. Fakes the handoff to Dantzler. Throws across the middle. You might get a pass interference here. No. And look who was out there again. The big guy, Mr. Parsons.
And there you get a chance to see him in coverage. So you're talking about a defensive end that may even get a look at as an outside linebacker. He's a very good athlete. That's the one thing about him. At 6'3", 215 pounds, he has so much room to grow at 15 years old. I mean, this kid, you know, I can't wait to see what he looks like in 3 years.
Jake Klein in to do the punting for Wilson. First time they've had to punt all night.
Big hold for Central Dauphin. They needed that.
So Central Dauphin, as you said, big moment here for the defense.
They moved on the left side. Wilson's going to move on the left side. It's going to move him back. Going to give Central Dauphin an opportunity for good field position. Hey, let's talk about Parsons real quick. You know what the difference is when they get out of college is the transition. Can they transition from a down lineman to an outside linebacker? And that's what Pittsburgh and some of these teams do so effectively. This kid is picture perfect for that.
And those are the athletes. The better athletes are the ones that really have an opportunity. And let's face it, all of them are good athletes. But you have to be able to turn your hips. You have to be able to run in coverage and be aware of what's going on. And he's so young already.
Malik Fry back to receive. And Jay Klein ready to kick it away. Klein lets a nice high spiral but goes left, and it's going to go out of bounds inside the 20-yard line where Central Dauphin will set up with 7:24 to go here until halftime. You know the Cleveland Brothers is much more than just earth moving and construction machines. They're rental and standby generators. They're truck engine service. They're Sol-Air air compressors. They're global pumps and so much more. Visit them at clevelandbrothers.com.
Absolutely huge possession for Central Dauphin with 7:24 to play here before half. Now we've seen this team down. They were down 21, as we said, 21-7 as Central Dauphin came back, went serve, and things happen. Yeah. He breaks out, gets one, and you know you're back in this ball game. But it's got to happen, I feel, right now.
Yeah, you have 7:24 in the quarter, so you definitely want to put something, or in the half, so you definitely want to put something on the board.
So A.J. Millar back in there at quarterback, ball rested on the 20-yard line. Millar being chased. Millar forced out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 on the play.
What's interesting on this play, because you see Millar rolling out, and the receivers, none of them, they all look like they're blocking. So Millar had no, I don't know if they thought he was going to be running from the beginning. It was a design run, but there was not one receiver that was trying to go out in a route.
And look who came up to make the tackle, Austin Rosa. That kid is quick, that defensive end. He's a kid, I'm going to say right now, is going to play high at the next level.
Austin Rosa, who is 6 foot, 203 pounds, and quick as a cat, already has a fumble recovery for a touchdown in this game. So Millar sets up 2nd down, 14 yards to go, ball on his own 16-yard line. Little trickery coming up here. Both quarterbacks were in the game, and now you got a fumble on the field. Wilson's got it.
Well defense right there by Wilson. Now, here's the issue. You run a play like that and you throw a three, well, actually, on the line of scrimmage, you throw the ball to the quarterback that never went upfield. So the play design, I mean, it just seemed like you shot yourself in the foot with that design of play, and Wilson just played it very well defensively.
Matt Bodish, number 45, is going to cover it up on the fumble recovery for Wilson. They have got prime field position right now at the 17-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
I'm surprised the turnover. Central Dolphins is another good team that handles the rock very well. And 2 turnovers in their own field positions.
Template fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, ball up in the air. It's intercepted.
And they get it right back.
Central Dauphin on the tip play, run perfectly. They get the interception right back. And it's going to go to Jordan Hatcher, the defensive back, who picks it off. Man, this is the way you run it in practice.
Yep. But again, if you're going to run you see a pass right here, gets tipped at the line of scrimmage and gets picked off. If you're going to run a reverse pass, you want to get downfield. You know, you have to get downfield and attack that secondary. You give yourself time by running the reverse, get downfield.
I'm a little surprised at the call down here in the red zone.
David Payton back at quarterback now. So they switch quarterbacks back from Millar to Payton. Payton, the better runner of the two, 586 yards in the season. Payton hands it off. Look like, we'll get the running back there. Looked like it was Raleigh Serb.
Well, I'll tell you what you see, and I can hear it up in the press box from the Wilson coaches. Just by formation, they're calling out if it's going to be a run or a pass. So you could tell they've done their homework. They know formation-wise what Central Dauphin is going to do before they do it. And I'll tell you what, they're about 99% right.
Every single play tonight they've called.
Second down at 8 for the 15-yard line for the Rams. Fakes it to Serb. Rolls out this time. Payton's got his man. And almost another interception that went right off the hands of his intended receiver.
And Justin Salick was wide open downfield, and Payton didn't even look to him. You see Salick on the waggle route. He's right downfield, and just they weren't able to get the ball to him.
We had Stephen McNeil that just went right off the hands. You wonder, well, even with the gloves on tonight, that might be a little cold out there hitting your hands.
Yeah, it was high. I mean, it was a very high ball.
So Wilson, 87 total yards so far. CD was 63.
And that shows you the defense. That shows you both teams defensively. No one has over 100 yards right now in total offense. So both defenses have shown what they can do.
Third down, 8 for the 15-yard line. There's the inside shovel pass.
Nothing.
Going nowhere. Wow. Everybody thought that it might fool. Didn't fool anybody.
I continue to be look at this instant play here. I continue to be impressed by Rosa. Look at Rosa pursuit. Comes back, missed it early, sucked up early, but look how he recovered.
And look at the gang tackling right behind that. I mean, you see Wilson is swarming to the ball, and I'm just, again, impressed with this defensive effort by the Red.
CD's going to kick it out of there, and it's going to be close to a block. Instead, he gets it away.
And it's a penalty, Gary.
Oh, and look at this.
It's a penalty. This is coming back. This is a penalty at roughing the kicker.
Speaking of coming back right now, it's Connor Howe racing it down the sideline. But let's just stay right here for a second because it looked like the kicker might have gotten hit. Let's take a look at it. They didn't get the ball. So you have Jacob Kirster back to punt. Let's take a look.
And I think this will be a personal foul.
Here's
so
Kirster getting it away, and then he gets hit. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and Central Dauphin's going to hang on to it.
And it's 4:45, and it goes back to what Todd said. You have to get something going here. Going into half with a score gives you momentum.
Think about this. Touchdown on a turnover. It's a 7-0 ball game without that turnover. A couple other things. Wilson's given Central Dauphin some opportunities here.
They definitely are. I mean, there's been 3 big penalties against Wilson. So right now, Wilson has seemed to have a little edge offensively, but for the most part, it's been a stalemate.
Don't forget, we'll have our Jack Giambalvo halftime report for you, and also our halftime stats, courtesy of Kelly Sports. That's some very interesting interviews as well coming up at halftime. 4:45 till that happens, though. Quick pass to the outside here, and not going to handle it. It was a good pass Payton had out to the wing. but just not able to hook up. And again, off the hands. I thought it was a pretty good pass off the hands of Mitchell Nice.
I tell you what, Gary, I picked the ball up in pregame without the gloves. And that thing felt so hard because of that cold weather. I tell you, that thing hits you on your hands, and you know how you get the sting effect. It's like baseball bat when the ball hits a baseball and it's cold. Same kind of feeling when that snapped out there.
I'll tell you, Jolly on the corner made a good play on that.
So now Millar is back in at quarterback, the passer. He fakes the handoff, looks for a pass, looking deep, going to let it go. Got his man open down there and just can't quite find him. Looked like A.J. Millar was trying to hook up with Salek.
I think that's Peyton, the quarterback.
It's Peyton Millar. It's two quarterbacks at it. And look, he has a very, very good arm. That ball is right there, just a little bit overthrown.
And again, seeing Bishop or Central Dauphin take a shot downfield, but you get a chance to see Wilson's defense. They put pressure on him. You see a big hit on the quarterback right as he delivered the ball.
So quarterback to quarterback, as you saw, Millar tried to hit Peyton downfield. Two receivers far side, one near side. Millar, 3rd down and 10 with the 31. And Millar just throws it low, and that's going to bring up 4th down, and you're going to have to kick it out of there if you're the Rams.
You know what brings on that quick throw? They got to roll him out. He's getting so much heavy pressure from that far right side because anywhere you line Rosa up, you're getting pressure from.
And right now, the offensive line is just overwhelmed by this defense right now. And again, they've played each other before, and you get to see the difference. I think early in the season, I think Central Dauphin was able to do a little bit better moving the ball, but they can't do it today.
Kersher, nice punt again by Kersher.
Beautiful punt.
All the way back to Connor Howe. Howe picks it up. Howe breaks away just for a moment. Not going to go anywhere, and the ball's going to be down at the 22-yard line. Excellent kick of 49 yards off the foot of Jacob Kirchner. So it'll be 1st down and 10, ball at the 22-yard line for Wilson, and 4:16 to go here until the half.
One thing I did see Central Dauphin-wise offensively before we talk about Wilson's defense is there's something they can connect with Millar and Peyton. They're not going to go back. They're not going to show that maybe right here. But look at the 3rd quarter to see if you start seeing some more of that, lining him up with trips and let him go out there on that fly pattern.
Yeah, and I think Millar can hit that ball.
One long ball puts you back in the ball game.
So here's Templin. Fakes the inside handoff, keeps himself straight up the middle for good yardage all the way out to the 30-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Take a look, just straight ahead. Quarterback keeper the whole way.
Here's why this is a good call. They stack that right side. They're doing it every time they line their flanker, their X and Y on their right side, and they're just taking them up the middle. And it makes that defense shift to the left. These are good calls.
2nd down and 2.
Watch a shuffle pass here again, Jerome. They go back to this.
2nd down and 2. Templin back where he's been the whole game in the shotgun. Puts a man in motion. That's Gaiman. Pitches it to Dantzler. Dantzler looks like he's got the 1st down and maybe a couple inches more.
And right now, I think Wilson is happy with the lead. They're doing okay. You don't see them taking shots downfield. You're up 14-0. You really don't have to. I mean, if you score again, you really will put a lot of pressure on Central Dauphin. But right now, it seems like they're content with just, ending the half.
That's why, Gary, I was a little shocked to see them go in that red zone down there and go to the air on that when they've got this running game effectively and they're punching out 4 or 5.
So it'll be 1st down and 10. Ball out at the 34-yard line, their own 34. Got a blitz on the play. And there's no room for Dantzler to go anywhere that time. Is really doing a great job stringing out the play. The Rams led out there by number 1, Malik Fry.
Malik Fry come up to make the tackle. You know what's that set up by? That's set up by a great linebacker core that knows their spots, knows their position. You know that better than anybody, Jerome. If a linebacker hits that hole, stays up and fills that hole out, it runs him out. That's the only way that can stop him tonight, Dantzler.
Right.
Run him out far wide.
Mike Betts, the linebacker, did a good job, too, of turning that entire play inside and never letting Dantzler get to the outside. So it'll be 2nd down and 12. The 32, Templin, looking across the middle. He's got his man open. It's Gaiman. Gaiman down the near sideline. Gaiman, one man to beat. Gaiman stays on his feet inside the 20, down near the 17-yard line. The pickup of 47 yards on the play. Great pass from Templin as he was hit right at the point of the pass.
He was drilled, and that's what you call a quarterback that hangs in there to the last minute. He's not afraid of the rush. He stands in there and delivers a strike, and he gets creamed right after he threw.
Set up by Long to sleep with the running game. Right side, right side, right side. Boom. The long one. Effective game plan.
2:27 to go in the first half, and Wilson is driving again for what would be a huge touchdown. First and 10, ball spotted at the 21-yard line now of Central Dauphin. Templin spreads them out again. Dance to the lone running back. He's looking across the middle. Has Gaiman again. Oh, and Gaiman drops it right in the stomach, and he knows he had it. That was six all over it.
Yeah,
yep.
that was a touchdown there. You know, you want to get – I know Gaiman wants that back.
Look at your secondary core. They get jammed up.
He runs the post route here, and he has it, and he looks down and says, yep.
Well, I think the problem is Fry was given a lot of yards there. He's playing very far off. So, you know, a quick slant is an easy pitch and catch.
Be interested to see if they come back to the same thing. I'll go to the other side this time.
Watch a double move.
Way offside that time as Alex Twyford went up before the snap. So they're going to march it back 5 yards against the Bulldogs. Boy, you got to give credit to Templin. He had that ball right on Gaiman's numbers.
On the money. One thing you want to talk about, too, is sometimes offensive coordinators get in a groove. They get in a play call groove. And I think what we've seen tonight is it's not that the play calls on that other side, the green and white side, is not effective. Right now, Wilson has called such a nice game. You've got to give hats off to the offensive core of coaches.
Jake Templin, straight back. Inside shovel pass to Dancer. This time they smell it out. And Central Dauphin not fooled at all. You're going to get a late flag in on this one.
And this could be a possible face mask against Central Dauphin. I mean, you see they make a good play, and they may have shot themselves in the foot potentially.
And it goes against Central Dauphin. You can already see a player putting his hands up to his head. Let's see what they got there. And it looks like they might have pulled in on the face mask right at the end. Let's see if that's what they're calling. That's exactly what they're calling. Get it coming up right here. Face mask. And man, just when you thought you might have a chance to stop him a little bit, Central Dauphin comes up with another huge penalty.
I tell you what, 14 looks big on that board, but 21 looks insurmountable.
Yeah, exactly, it really does.
So he's second down now and 9.
Especially because offensively, Central Dauphin hasn't been able to do much.
Templin passes to the flat. Dantzler brought down. Great job of spelling out the play that time by Reed Albright for Central Dauphin.
And Albright's that next linebacker from Central Dauphin that's going to be coming up. He's a junior coming in this year, and he's really filled that role on that outside linebacker position.
Look at the close to the ball. Look at the closeout, the finish is what you see in Reed Albright right there.
Third down and 12 for the Bulldogs.
Big third down.
2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Dantzler in the backfield. Templin gets the play.
These are the opportunities where I wish we could zero in on one player. You zero in on Parsons and look at the pressure he's going to come from that far left side, what he brings.
Templin across the middle. Has his man. Unbelievable catch. I mean, I don't know how he threaded that one through, but a great catch across the middle, and he caught his man.
And again, there's pressure coming.
Look
Parsons,
at
as you saw it, he's coming, but again, Dantzler, I mean, it's just good pitch and catch by the quarterback, hangs in there and just makes a brilliant throw by Templin.
Alex Twyford on the reception, the tight end. But I don't know how he saw that because there was no room to throw that through. And Twyford with a great catch.
And Parsons drilled Templin in the back.
So 1 minute to go now till halftime and ticking. Dantzler's going to get it. Dantzler to the outside. Can he get to the corner? Can't yet. Dantzler goes down inside at the 5-yard line. Maybe the 4, almost looked like another face mask there. No call.
Well, they're tackling too high. I mean, you see Central Dauphin defenders are coming too high against a ball carrier that's just tough to bring down.
Right there just for a moment, looked like a face mask.
Looks like Wilson's going to take a timeout and think about this one.
So Wilson will take a timeout. 45.5 seconds to go until halftime. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
Back here at Hershey Park Stadium, it's 45.45 seconds to go here in the first half. Wilson leading 14-0, but trying to drive for another touchdown or a score of some kind before the half ends. Second down and 4 yards to go as Central Dauphin is called timeout.
Yeah, and I mean, they have to rally the troops. You would imagine, the coaching staff is saying, we have to play soundly down here. We have to tackle well. I think that's the big thing right now is they got to tackle. They have to come up and make plays and see if they can keep this Wilson offense from scoring.
10th play of the drive here for Wilson. Templin, Dancer, his sidecar. Tight formation. Templin rolls left, has a man in the flat. It's Dancer. Dancer dives toward the end zone and then is knocked down near the 1 yard line. Pass out to the flat, and you knew Dancer was going to get hit here. He's out there. Templin looks at him again, and then he gets belted right at the goal line, shy of the goal line.
And that's Adam Thornton, the other linebacker, comes up and makes a solid hit to stop the touchdown from happening.
So Wilson's going to call timeout and make sure that everybody's on the same page. Third down and 1 yard to go at the goal line. SMX has immediate warehouse positions available at the Carlisle, Lewisberry, and Middlesex locations. Come apply with SMX and apply at smjobs.com. Immediate positions available on both day and night shifts. Pay starts at up to $12 an hour. That's apply.smjobs.com. SMX is an equal opportunity employer. Penn National Insurance and Inservco Insurance Services are teaming up to deliver all drivers feel secure. Drivers who text while driving are putting themselves and others in dangerous paths. Don't text and drive. To feel more secure, read their driver's safety tips by going to PennNationalInsurance.com. Driver safety comes first. Wilson back up to the line now. It's third down and 35.1 seconds to go until the half. Let's see what they call. Templin. Handoff, pitches back, and then touchdown. It looks like a touchdown for Templin and is one of the odder plays you may ever see as Templin handed off to Dantzler. And let's see it. Did Dantzler pitch it back? Watch. Hand off to Dantzler. No, he just lost it. It was a busted play. And he held on to it with one hand and then got into the end zone. Not a play that the coaches drew up.
No, it was a stop for a loss, and it actually benefited for Wilson. Yeah, things are going right now.
They're just going right now for Wilson.
So in for the extra point. Kick is down, kick is up, kick is good. 29.3 seconds to go. 21-0. Wilson leads on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium. Our halftime report, the Jack G. and Volvo Family of Dealerships halftime report, still out ahead. Our Kelly Sports halftime stats will be with you. Greg Golther, who's a CD AD, Central Dauphin AD, will be with us at halftime. And also Brad Peterson from the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank will be with us as well as the kickoff by Hart. Back to CD, and CD trying to get a miracle here to get back in this ball game, is running it back out as Contrail Armour. And it'll be at the 35-yard line. First down and 10 with 22.6 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, again, CD is definitely in a hole, and the key is going to be, we've seen this offense be able to come back. They've been able to come back in the past, but right now it's been, you want to look at what successes have you had for the CD offense, and right now they're hard-pressed to find any. They offensively are stagnant. They have not been able to get anything going as far as the play calling and execution.
So David Payton has it, 1st and 10. Payton keeps it himself, runs up the middle, out to the 40, maybe the 43-yard line. Good gain on first down, near first down yardage. So David Payton just runs it forward. You got a timeout for Central Dauphin. So 15.1 seconds to go here. Central Dauphin with a timeout.
And I'm anxious to see if they bring Millar in. If they bring Millar in, they're going to take a shot downfield. We'll see what they do when they come out of this huddle.
Well, it's hard to take a shot downfield when Wilson is in a prevent defense now. They're ready for that. So I think right now you're seeing some fool's yards. What I would call is those yards that you're getting in the run game right now that Wilson's in prevent.
Pac Financial is helping local families build, manage, and protect their retirement savings. Do you have a game plan for retirement? Steve Morazzo is a local advisor who listens and cares. No account is too small or too large. Call Steve Morazzo at 717-564-6400 and ask about the free, no-obligation retirement projection. So second down at 10, 15.1 seconds to go. Do you have a hook and ladder play somewhere in your arsenal here?
I tell you what, that is a great idea, great call, but not right now. You fumble that ball, go up 28-0, you're in trouble.
I wouldn't mess with it right now.
So 3 receivers, far side. Payton rolls right. Payton's going to keep it. Payton runs for first down and more. Payton all the way out past the 45 into Wilson territory, down near the 40-yard line where he'll step out of bounds, and still 7.7 seconds left on a 17-yard gallop.
And now, this was a good, well-designed play. You see Payton finally is able to get the corner. Again, one of the problem areas that I see for the Central Dauphin offense is you have a Payton that's going out and rolling out, but yet there is no receivers that are looking to catch the ball. They're in blocking mode, so it's a design run that really has no pass option.
What they did, though, with that play was to get themselves in a position where at least they could throw toward the end zone. Yeah. And you remember earlier they had the play where the 2 quarterbacks were in, where Millar should have probably hooked up with Payton down there and came within a stone's throw of doing it. So let's see if they may have that play again. And Payton is in there. And almost picked off as Millar was looking out to the flat, trying to find Ryan Elliott. Yeah.
And the problem with this play is it's late. The hardest ball to throw is a deep out for a quarterback. That is actually, when you talk about distance, that's a hard distance because it has to be on a rope. You can't float that. So if it's late, it's a pick six.
And it's a timing and rhythm pass. When you bring him in, bring him off, bring him in, it's hard to do, especially in this weather. That's why you see him more effectively with the rollout. Maybe rolling to that side gets him 2 steps over that way.
So 3.6 seconds to go. Ball at the 40. Will you throw it toward the end zone here? Millar stepping back. Millar looking the outside. Millar being chased out of the pocket. Millar running for his life. Now he goes the other way. Millar getting away. Now Millar has some running room. He has a man in the end zone. He lets it fly. And it's going to be picked off right down near the 1. But there's going to be a penalty flag on the play. And let's see what it's going to be. It was thrown down in the end zone, and the half cannot end on a penalty. And I think it's going to be against Wilson right here.
And remember, this if you look at this, there was holding all the way. I like Millar taking an opportunity to maybe just throw it up for good. What's the worst? It's a long punt,
Right. You saw Phil Petrita there, number 12, with his arms around. So let's see what the official has.
It's pass interference.
Actually call what? A block in the back is what he called. He's going to call block in the back.
Yeah, I don't know if he meant because that looks like pass interference.
Yeah,
because it's on Wilson in the end zone. They got the big,
but if you watch the guy at the end coming out, he pushes right from behind. You watch right here. You had a push right in behind, and there you saw it.
Yeah, that would be pass interference on a passing play. So, but anyway, it gives Central Dauphin an opportunity to kick it.
They're going to try the field goal here. And in to attempt the field goal is Jacob Kirster. And, of course, Doug Doms is going to try to ice him. Or better yet, Central Dolphin's going to call the timeout here with Glenn McNamee.
42-yarder they're going to bring the big foot on for.
Now, I think what you're doing right here is you're making sure, again, that everybody's on the same page. But on the other side, if you're Wilson, I would think, guys, that you're thinking about a fake.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you have to.
And see, I look at it as Central Dauphin needs points.
They want anything,
So if they have the kicker that can put 3 on the board, then put 3. You need points right now. And the problem with a fake is we talked about it earlier. What happens if you do a fake and it's a turnover and then it goes for a touchdown against you? So, at this point, you want to have some play calling that's a little aggressive, but you also want to be, really calculated on that aggression. And right now, if you have an opportunity to put 3 on the board and go in with at least some points, that's a big deal for you.
Here's the thing. Let's forecast second half. Wilson gets the ball back to start the half.
So here's Kirster. The holder is going to be Phil Petrina. Kirster steps straight back. Soccer-style kicker, going to line it up. Be a 42-yard attempt. Kick is down. Kick is up. Kick is long enough. Kick is good. And Kirchner with a 42-yard field goal to end the half. So Central Dauphin gets on the board and has a little bit of momentum going to halftime. 21-3 here at the half with Wilson. Let's take a look at it one more time. Plenty of leg from Kirchner. Straight through the uprights, and a big 3 here for Central Dauphin. The Rams are on the board. We go to halftime, and we'll get ready for the Jack Gianvalvo family of dealerships halftime report right after this. You're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Why spend Black Friday fighting over the last $3 toaster? Get what you really want during Hoffman Ford's Black Friday sales event. Drive a 2014 Escape, save $6,000 off MSRP, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months. A 2014 F-150 Crew Cab, $11,750 off MSRP, or get 0% financing for 60 months. Shop one of Central Pennsylvania's largest selections. Immediate delivery with no money down. Don't miss the Black Friday sales event now through December 1st at Hoffman Ford, because a new Ford is way better than any toaster.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, YouTube, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
No regrets. If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. At rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
Erie Insurance.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Welcome back to Hershey Stadium here at halftime. I'm with Greg Golther, who's the AD at CD. That's a pretty easy thing to say, right?
Yeah,
Central Dolphin. Right. Maybe not the happiest guy here at the half, although a heck of a field goal here to end the first half. But we wanted to talk a little bit about some things outside of that, too. And the Panther Ram Foundation is something you guys have really been working on hard, helping people out there.
Yeah, we revitalized the Panther Ram Foundation. It started in the early 2000s when it was actually called the Central Dauphin School District Foundation. And we thought we came up with kind of a clever name to combine Central Dauphin East and CD, and came up with Panther Ram Foundation, and we revitalized it. We've got a lot of businesses involved with different donors, like Hoffman Ford behind us here. Been a great supporter, and we're just reaching out to the community in support of the Panther Ram Foundation and our schools.
Greg, for people that don't know what that's all about, tell them what kinds of things you do with that, because the money certainly go out there to help the community a lot.
Well, I mean, we provide scholarships. We have 6 scholarships. We have 2 through VoTech, we have 2 through CD East, and we have 2 through Central Dauphin. And we're feeding many kids in our school district. A lot of people don't realize how many kids are struggling at home, and we feed over 1,000 kids every week. Every Friday, we go into the different schools and backpack their backpacks with food, and it's a great thing that we do for the community and our kids.
You know, Greg, you're right. I think a lot of people just assume that kids out there are doing fine and so forth, and yet they'd be surprised at how many kids around this country, and obviously right here in our own area, are suffering a little bit with hunger at times.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we have 11,000 students in our school district, and 13 elementary schools, 4 middle schools, and 2 high schools. We're one of the largest high schools in Pennsylvania, and definitely in all of in District 3. Maybe Reading's a little bit bigger than us. But we have so much we have to do and be proud of, with 84,000 residents. And I just want the community to know just how important the Panther Ram Foundation is, because we have some great people that are behind it. And we have business people and administrators that are involved, some teachers and even some coaches are on our foundation committee.
And I know people know Central Dauphin for the great sports programs, the great education, but yet another thing to know Central Dauphin and Central Dauphin East about here. I think it's really a wonderful thing that you guys are doing out there. And again, for people who are looking to maybe satisfy a need, or maybe sometimes these kids maybe fall through the cracks, how do they take care of that with you guys?
Well, again, just the drive we have. We're also affiliated with Central PA Food Bank,
right?
And just their support. Right before Thanksgiving, we had several people of the community come over, and we stacked all of these boxes and crates just full of food to put in these backpacks for these children. And it was a great opportunity for business people, students. We have students that come out from the different middle schools and help out also. To pack these backpacks for the kids.
And, you know, it seems to me one of the great things about this, too, is teaching the kids about service and helping their fellow man out there.
Yep, I think that's a lost art. I mean, manners is a lost art, but I think just helping people do things, just reach out and volunteer, and that's so important, and that's really what we're all about.
Greg, great stuff. Really appreciate it. Appreciate people like Hoffman Ford helping with this, too, and all the other great sponsors out there. And what a great partnership. Just hats off to you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Yep,
Greg Golther, the athletic director at Central Dauphin, here at halftime. We'll be back with more. Brad Peterson, who just talked about the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank. Brad Peterson will be joined up here on the deck at halftime to talk about the great work they do out there as we continue our halftime report here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
As you can see, last year I was just a little kid. Advanced Hoop shows me and my friends dribbling, shooting, and defense. Our favorite game is dribbling knockout and shooting knockout. Advanced Hoops!
Join us for our Christmas clinic and winter skill builders for ages 5 to 14. Register online or call today.
You already know your Giant bonus card is a great way to bag real savings on groceries. But it does so much more, like helping you pump up your fuel discount with Gas Extra Rewards. Just by using your Giant bonus card, you'll save 10 cents per gallon for every $100 you spend. So the more you buy, the more you save. Gas Extra Rewards, fueled by Giant.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Pre-Owned. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support High School Sports Live. And we've been serving Central PA for over 93 years. We have everything that you're looking for. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg and on Paxton Street, Harrisburg. 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 93 years.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Welcome back to the Jack Giambalvo halftime report, and we are with Brad Peterson, who's Director of Communications, and he said a whole lot of other things too, and marketing for the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank. But Brad, great to have you with us up here at Hershey Stadium.
Thanks for having me, Gary. I appreciate it.
You know, we were talking a lot last night about the food fight, and I said the last time I remembered hearing about a food fight, John Belushi was involved in that in Animal House, which I guess is what everybody thinks of when they think of a food fight. But the food fight that was won this year by Cumberland Valley overall has been just a great initiative out there to really help people with food and with hunger. And we were talking a moment ago with Greg about that. You're obviously a very natural segue into that.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about the importance of the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank.
Well, first off, the food fight has been a great thing for us. We'd like to thank High School Sports Live and Giant, our great partners, for bringing awareness to the problem of hunger and for helping us raise food to help all those hungry people that are out there. There are 1 in 7 people in the state of Pennsylvania who are struggling with hunger, and 1 out of every 5 children. So that's why when you hear what Panther Ram Foundation is doing, like with their backpack program, of which we're very pleased to support them, offer them assistance with food and funding, it makes such a difference to get those kids the nutrition they need.
You know, Brad, when you come to this time of year with Christmas coming up and everything, I think need is more profound even than any other time of the year. Not that it's not important every other day, but, you know, you think about that. You talk about 1 in 7, 1 in 5 kids out there hungry. You know, it's something to be really, really concerned about that I think we all need to stand up and take a closer look at.
Absolutely. There are so many people that equate hunger with a third world country somewhere. And here we are in the richest country in the world with people in our backyard. And it doesn't matter where you are in the mid-state, there are hungry people in your neighborhood. So anything anyone can do to help, whether it's donating a couple cans of food or volunteering or writing a check, it really makes a difference in someone's life who doesn't have enough food to put on the table. And those numbers are growing and growing. We're seeing all-time record numbers of people who are struggling with hunger and coming to us looking for assistance.
You know, and so many times people are concerned about maybe even asking you because people are proud. And I would think that's some of the things that you run across every now and then. What do you do in those kind of moments? I guess you have to search out, too, by word of mouth or other means of networking to try to help other people.
Absolutely. There are so many people that don't want to swallow their pride and stand in line for a box of food, especially our seniors who really don't want to do that. It's a matter of making them understand that we're there to help them, and we're going to give them a hand up, not a hand out. And everyone has tough times sometimes, and we're just there to help them get through it till they can get back on their feet.
You know, it's really laudable what you guys are doing. And for people that want to get involved, for people that want to help, where can they go right now to get involved? We talked to Greg a moment ago about getting students who are getting back into the idea of serving others. Where can some of the adults out there, and maybe even some of the students who are watching this as well, call or contact to get in there and serve?
If they want to come to the food bank, centralpafoodbank.org is our website, or you can call us at 717-564-1700. We have many volunteer opportunities. We can help you do a food drive or whatever, or even a local food pantry in your neighborhood, whether it's a faith-based organization or a shelter or something like that. They can always use volunteer help.
We can use help all the time. We don't want anybody to be hungry in this country or anywhere else.
Absolutely.
Happy Caesar's greetings to you, and thank you for all you're doing out there with the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank.
Thank you, Gary.
Really appreciate it. Brad Peterson up here on the deck at halftime. We'll be back with more of the Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships halftime report here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
There's a place where kids really connect to learning. Commonwealth Connections Academy. It's a tuition-free, fully accredited online public school where students find devoted, enthusiastic teachers like never before. Commonwealth Connections Academy, the online public school.
No matter the season, when it's time to gear up, you've got to get to Kelly's Sports. Kelly's Sports. Top quality sports equipment for the field, the rink, the court, and more. Matched with the experience and knowledge to help you get the winning edge. Plus all the latest styles from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And the large selection of name brand athletic footwear. Local sports team members get 10% off all purchases. Kelly's Sports. In the High Point Commons, Harrisburg. Or visit online at kellysports.com.
Karen has 459 friends, but none of them made sure she got home okay. None of them suggested she skip the next drink, try a glass of water, or maybe just call it a night. Karen has 459 friends, but tonight, what she really needed was one good one.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Welcome back. The sweetest place on earth, Hershey Park Stadium, 21-3. Wilson Bulldogs, 13-0. One of two teams now left in 4A, 13-0. We're going to go inside the numbers with our stats man, Jerome, and Travis. Travis, what stands out? First of all, Wilson total yards. I mean, it's been on the ground, but it's been a very effective playing in the air, too.
They've mixed it up nicely. What surprised me is only 3 people have touched the ball for Wilson outside of their quarterback. I mean, you've got Dantzler, who's got the lion's share of the yards. Gaiman's got 4 catches already, and then that tight end drag catch for 15 yards. And you see 119 yards through the air on 9 of 14, and that's not bad for them. Only 47 yards rushing, but a lot of those have been east-west yards, not a whole lot of north-south. For Central Dauphin, yeah, the 2 quarterbacks combined, only 7 for 12, and they've only been averaging about 3.2 yards a carry so far. And the 2 turnovers, including the back-to-back that we had in the second quarter there. But the big number right now, as far as if I'm Wilson, I don't like that penalty number. 3 of those penalties for 15 yards.
Well, we know those penalties right now. It gave Central Dauphin in the second quarter, gave them plenty of opportunities. They dodged a bullet in the red zone, come back, got an interception. But, Jerome, I think if people watching this game, tuning in this game, they'd be a little surprised to see those totals, those rushing totals down at 47 on one side with Wilson, 51 with Central Dauphin.
I think they would be surprised by the totals in general of yardage because, you look at the scoreboard and you see this dominance that you think it's happening, and what you realize is Central Dauphin's defense has actually played very well. It's just that their offense has been so stagnant, and because of this Wilson defense, their offense hasn't been able to get anything going. So I think that's been the biggest thing.
Well, Templin's first touchdown you saw, now that's Rosa running it back. It's what we call a defensive lineman dream. He picks it up. But that play before that, and then right here was just kind of a broken play where actually Dantzler fumbled the ball back into the quarterback Templin's hands, and it really set up. But right before half, can this be the real the go-getter for Central Dauphin, a 42-yard field goal right before half?
It depends, and if they do get past this level, Pine Richland, who they're playing next week, whoever the winner is tonight, they're undefeated. That would be a tough task. If whoever wins in that matchup versus Pine Richland, St. Joe's Prep, they've got John Runyon's son as one of their guards and defensive linemen. That is going to be a tough go here if depending on who gets to the next round here. Most likely they'll play the 4A and 2A games next Saturday. The single A and the AAA games will be next Friday. Camp Hill got knocked out by Bishop Guilfoyle last night. And one thing I noticed about all of the games statewide, they scored a ton of points. There were so many mercy rule games across South Williamsport. They put up, I believe, 66 on Pius X last night. That game had 107 points alone. So if you're talking our game 21-3 here, this is low scoring. We could use a little more offense here.
That's right. Wilson 21, Central Dauphin 3. We'll be back with more High School Sports Live football at Hershey Park Stadium after these messages.
Why spend Black Friday fighting over the last $3 toaster? Get what you really want during Hoffman Ford's Black Friday sales event. Drive a 2014 Escape, save $6,000 off MSRP, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months. A 2014 F-150 Crew Cab, $11,750 off MSRP, or get 0% financing for 60 months. Shop one of Central Pennsylvania's largest selections. Immediate delivery with no money down. Don't miss the Black Friday sales event now through December 1st at Hoffman Ford, because a new Ford is way better than any toaster.
When I'm working, things can get so hectic, so sometimes I need to find an easy way to express what's most important to me. Like with my crew, I use shorthand to tell them what I need. And when I need to talk directly to my fans, but the most meaningful shorthand of all is the one I use when I'm about to drive. #X. It's an easy way to tell everyone that I'm about to drive, and I do it every time before I get behind the wheel. Use #X to pause the conversation before you drive, because no text is worth a life.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium, and True Vision Realtors is the most enthusiastic and innovative real estate firm in central Pennsylvania, offering multiple programs from for sale by owner to full service. They're a locally family-owned business. They're serving you for your buying and selling needs. To catch the true vision for your housing future, call Nick and Jody Pendolino at 717-925-9095. Penn National Insurance and Inservco Insurance Services are teaming up to help all drivers feel secure. Drivers who text while driving are putting themselves and others in danger's path. Don't text and drive. To feel more secure, read our driver's safety tips by going to PennNationalInsurance.com. Driver's safety comes first. Advanced Hoops is offering youth skill builders for 5 to 10-year-olds this winter in Camp Hill, Lower Paxton, Hershey, and Palmyra. Charlie Fortney is offering a program for players in junior high who got cut from the basketball team and are still looking to play 5-on-5 games this winter. To get more information on shooting, 5-on-5, or youth skill builders, go to advancedhoops.com or call 657-2620. Danette Bartholomew is the official photographer for High School Sports Live and is the owner of Legacy Images. Call 717-979-5322 if you want her professional services. Well, we're getting ready to start the second half, guys. 21-3. Central Dauphin got a 42-yard field goal to end the first half, and the toe that ended the half is a toe that will start this half as we get ready to get underway here with Jacob Kirchner kicking off. And we start the third quarter. And a good, long, high kick. Going to be taken at the 5-yard line by Wilson. And Dantzler crosses the 35. Dantzler across the 40 to the 45. Fights his way to the 50. Flag down on the play. Dantzler into Central Dauphin territory to the 45, but it might come back. Let's wait and see.
But again, Central Dauphin has to do a better job tackling. I mean, this Dantzler is not going down, and he's running hard. And you're talking about a kickoff return. I think they're going to be bailed out by a penalty, which will back him up. But right now, just not good tackling by a normally very good tackling team.
I think the colder it gets sometimes, I think it's harder to get low. I mean, I like to make excuses for myself when I'm thinking defensively, but he breaks arm tackles way too easy.
Yeah, and you're right. The cold weather does, but you got to fight through that. I mean, everybody has to deal with the cold weather. Wilson is dealing with it too, and they're tackling fine.
Well, here we go. Wilson sets it up on offense this time. It's their own 39-yard line after the penalty, 1st and 10. Templin has a man up in the flat. Instead, throws it out. Has his man wide open. That's John Fox. And John Fox across the 49-yard line should be close to the first down. Will be enough for the first down, I think. Look at this. Had a man in the flat, passed it up, found Fox out there. Good catch by Fox, and Fox knew where the stakes were. Gets out of bounds. First down and 10 from the 50-yard line.
You know, when you talk about quarterbacks and management, you see some of them in the NFL. Sometimes they're not the quarterback that you say that is going to beat you with this and this. This is a great managed quarterback. He's got a good arm, but he takes the effective routes and throws the ball where it needs to be.
Yeah, he definitely showing good ball.
Templin puts Fox in motion and hands off to Dantzler. Dantzler slashes off the left side. Across the 45, down near the 40, and almost another first down. Let's see if he gets it. So good handoff by Dantzler as he gets over the left side. Good blocking out in front by that Wilson Bulldog front line.
And you talk about it, that offensive line is doing a very good job. You see the frustration on the Central Dauphin defense that, they need to do a better job. And you see Stephen McNeil trying to rally his troops to make sure that they're tackling better than what they're showing.
10th first down for Wilson. 11:05 to go here in the third quarter. Just underway, 21-3. Wilson leads. And Templin throws it low and away, and he was covered very, very well on that play by Reed Albright of Central Dauphin.
And again, Reed, one of those linebackers, and I think that's one of the strengths of this team is their linebacking core, and they show that they can cover. But again, this is a big, big, big series for both teams, because if Wilson gets another score here, I mean, it's going to be very hard for Central Dauphin to come back. And if Central Dauphin gets a stop, they can maybe build off of that momentum from the early field goal that they had at the end of the half.
It was a Jake-to-Jake effort that time from Jake Templin to Jake Gaiman. Second down and 10 from the 40-yard line of Central Dauphin. Trips near side. Throw it out to Gaiman. Gaiman dances through on a little pick play, and Gaiman gets all the way down to the 35-yard line of Central Dauphin. Should be third down and probably 6 yards to go.
Robinson came out and made a great tackle. Looking at your screen here, Robertson side to side comes and make a good tackle. Good news for Central Dauphin. Betts, Albright back, Parson. They've got a core defensive guys back. They might be back here again. Both of these teams teamed up 12 times now, been in the district championship. 9 on that side for Wilson.
Third down and 6. Ball at the 36-yard line of Central Dauphin. Handoff to Dantzler. Dantzler around across the 30, across the 25, to the 20, and down to the 18-yard line goes Dantzler. And Dantzler just running hard all night long. 16-yard pickup on the play.
And again, you have an opportunity for Central Dauphin to get this Wilson offense off the field on a third down, manageable third down, and when they give up a big play, and now you see Wilson getting closer and closer to the red zone.
So it'll be first and 10. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line of Central Dauphin.
I think you pinned it perfectly, Jerome. In the first half, you said Dantzler runs mad. That's what he does. He's a throwback. I can't put my finger on what it is this guy's so effective at. I'd say right there, he runs hard. And how about he pushing his blocker to back like the old school way, SEC old school backs, using that forearm, pushing that back, or that lineman forward.
Have an official's timeout there as Widener comes out of the game for the Bulldogs for a moment. So Templin calls out his signals. Ball at the 20, first and 10. Under 10 minutes left in here in the third quarter. Templin, ball loose. Templin's going to cover it up and take a loss of the play inside the 30-yard line, back at the 29. So almost disaster for Wilson that time. Take a look. I think it came and just right off the hands. And where is it? And got the good hop back up into his stomach.
I like to call that a hot potato. That center fired that ball back really, really hard with some velocity on it, and the quarterback couldn't handle it. But I'll tell you what, that would have been a huge turnover for Central Dauphin if they can get on that ball.
And Micah Parsons was right there.
Oh.
I mean, he is on the ball.
He almost caught it in the air. So second down, 19 yards ago, ball all the way back at the 29-yard line. Templin throws out in the flat. He's got his man out there. That's Fox. And Fox met by both districts of Central Dauphin and Central Dauphin East, I think.
You know, other than tackling, Central Dauphin is not doing that bad of a job on defense. You look at this score at home, you go, wait a minute, but these guys are playing hard.
Well, they've only given up, a little over 100 yards of offense in the first half. So, you look at that and you see that defensively they've done what they've been doing all year. And again, it's the offensive lack of production for Central Dauphin that has hurt them.
You also remember that a play was run back too off the offense.
Right.
So
exactly.
there you go. I mean,
32 yards back to the house by Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
So third down and 15 yards ago, ball to 25.
I tell you what, Templin's making a lot of calls on the line.
It looks like they were showing the Wildcat there almost for a second. Templin was running all the way down to make sure everybody could hear the signals.
Well, I'll tell you, gentlemen, again, we're at a third down, and this time third and long for Central Dauphin. They cannot afford to not get this Wilson offense off the field. They have to get them off the field on this play.
Peter Widener again checking out of the game. So Gaiman, keep an eye on him. He's near side. He's been a favorite target. And somebody was not on the same page as Connor Howe. Looks back and says, was I supposed to be doing something differently?
Well, part of the problem was there was immediate pressure in the quarterback's face, Templin's face. He didn't have a lot of time. He had to get rid of that ball because pressure was right in his face.
Yeah, he had Parsons right on him. Not to mention, I've been impressed with Reed Albright's coverage now, especially from the late second quarter or mid-second quarter on. He's doing a pretty effective job, guys.
Fode Jalaw is in there now, number 1. Out on the far side, keep an eye on him. It'll be 4th down and 15. The clock continues to be the friend of Wilson. 8:03 left here in the third quarter.
Look for Dantzler on that slant.
Templin across the middle, looking for Gaiman and not able to find him. And so the ball will go over to Central Dauphin on downs, and Central Dauphin holds. Big 33 Football Classic is a Super Bowl of high school football. There's never been a Super Bowl played without a Big 33 alumni. The 58th annual Big 33 Football Classic is June 20th, 2015, right here at Hershey Park Stadium. Visit big33.org.
Gentlemen, a big situation. You saw the quarterback, Templin, got hit again. And you see Central Dauphin is dialing up pressure, and Templin is not okay. He's kind of walking off by himself, and he looks shook.
That's the adjustment been made. McNeil brought the house. McNeil put a pop on Templin.
Millar looking for the screen. Has his man in the flat. Good running room as he caught up with Stephen McNeil. And McNeil out near first down yardage.
And you look at this replay. This is where Jerome mentioned earlier in the first half that McNeil, I said, hey, look, this is a threat on offense. It's not so much what he does run. And then you'll see McNeil play before. Look at him, Gary.
Well, there you saw Templin getting hit last time and why he was not able to have any time to throw it across the middle. So it'll be second down, or make that first down now and 10 after the pickup of the first down. Ball at the 36-yard line, and Central Dauphin trying to get on the move.
Look at the rollout to the left, and you see that shift.
In motion. Millar's going to keep it. Millar trying to get the outside, trying to get to the corner, not going to be able to get there, and is taken down near the line of scrimmage.
And Millar does not have the running ability as Peyton has to get to the outside. So you see on this play, he doesn't have the quickness to outflank the defense. And you see the defense just, I mean, they do a good job making sure that they stretch that out for Wilson.
Connor Howe coming up to make the tackle for Wilson. So it'll be second down and 9 now for Central Dauphin. And normally, as you mentioned, when you see Millar roll out, it's to roll out the pass. It's not roll out the run.
Yeah. When you roll out Peyton at any time, he's keeping it. So, and, you know, that's part of the game plan that I think Wilson's done a good job of knowing what's happening.
I mean, it's getting predictable, though.
Second down and 9. Millar looking over the middle. Millar has a man. Oh, and picked off. Ball was tipped up in the air, picked off. All the way back down the far side. And
it may have been turned back over again.
I think it was fumbled. I think Wilson fumbled it inbounds.
And Central Dauphin got it back.
Well, let's take a look
at it. They got it back
right
from the big hit. There was a big hit that jarred the ball loose.
Well, here you have it. Millar steps back, looks for the pass over the middle. Ball is actually picked up in the air, taken there by number 45. That was Chris Osorio, and Osorio takes it all the way back down where Wilson sets up shop again at the 20-yard line. First down and 10 with 6:25 to go here in the third quarter.
But look who made the tackle. It's Adam Thornton. He's playing a little offense, too. I think he'll come. No, it's not Adam Thornton. I take that back.
It's Blight, number 67.
It's Blythe come over out of nowhere and made an absolute chest-to-chest. That's why you never stop hustling. Kids watching at home, always hustle every play.
Central Dauphin gets it back here. Here's a screen pass, almost intercepted.
And that's just a really difficult decision right there. You don't want to give it back to Wilson. Central Dauphin is getting breaks here. They're getting opportunities, and right now they can't give it back.
Look at Ike Schonauer just missing the opportunity. Great pressure there by Mackenzie Saloka, number 79 for Wilson. So second down and 10, ball at the 20. 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. 21-3, Wilson leads CD. Millar at the quarterback. Millar looking to pass. Has his quarterback buddy out the outside. He just decides to throw it out of bounds. He was looking to pass to David Payton, who just came down and did a down and stop and come back.
They're complaining about a late hit here. They're complaining about a little extra, I'd say a little extra blow that McNeil puts on a guy.
Guys, look at this rollout. There's there's only one receiver in the route, if at all, and no receivers even looking to catch the ball to turn around to be a receiver.
So now you're going to get a penalty flag thrown down by the official. A little something said there.
And it looks like it's going to be against Central Dauphin for intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding.
And that's a loss of down.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. So 3rd down and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. Loss of down on the play. You got a chance to hear what coaches say when they're upstairs here.
You know what? And I like where they're going. It's their defense is set up by Rosa and where he lines up. Rosa is going to bring backside pressure here, and on this 3rd down and 10. And I tell you what, it's just wherever they line him up at, Jerome, is causing so much problems for Central Dauphin. They can't pick him up.
No, they can't pick him up, but they also aren't doing themselves any favors because, again, these passing routes right now is not given a chance. You want to run pass threat, run pass option, and you just don't see it.
Let's watch it one more time. You can see him throw it.
I don't know how that's
out of bounds. I'm not sure how that is intentional.
Yeah, unless it was another call. I mean, that definitely wasn't grounding. He was out of the box, so that should have been a.
So 3rd down and 17 yards to go. Ball at the 13-yard line. Millar's still in there. Millar's going to try to roll. Instead, hands off inside. Has his man Serb, and Serb not much room at all. And so it'll be a punting situation, and Wilson, if they can cover it, is going to get great field position here.
You know, you feel a little bit for Raleigh because Raleigh's been such an effective runner for them. I mean, last game, like Carlisle game, he carried 39 times for 230. But he is up against a defense that's equally as good as Central Dauphin tonight. There's not much you can do.
Right. I think right now this defense has just been on fire for Wilson.
So Kirchner kicks it away. Another good kick by Kirchner. Man, he's been unbelievable tonight with his leg. Rolls all the way down to the 38-yard line. What a weapon Kirchner has been here tonight. Let's take a look very quickly. Kirchner, 42-yard field goal tonight. Some great punch. You might have been able to sell that, Mr. Kirchner, but not tonight. SMX has immediate warehouse positions available at their Carlisle, Lewisberry, and Middlesex locations. Come apply with SMX at apply.smjobs.com. Immediate positions available on both day and night shifts. Pay starts at up to $12 an hour. That's apply.smjobs.com. SMX is an equal opportunity employer. Wilson with the football again. Ball at their own 39-yard line. Templin calls the signals. 3 receivers far side. Gaiman in motion. Pitch back goes to Dantzler. Dantzler tries to get over the guard, and we'll get about 3 yards on the play. Call it 2nd down and 7.
He ran a long way for those 3 yards, guys. I mean, he sprints hard.
And you see just a quick pitch to the left, for Dantzler to get outside. And again, he gets positive yards. I mean, he gets about 4 on 1st down, so that's not bad. It makes it 2nd and manageable, about 6-7 yards.
And of course, one of the rules we know for sure right now is when you have the ball, the other team doesn't, and you have the ball in a 21-3 lead, you're going to be content to do a lot of running. There's the fake. Template goes forward himself out over the 45-yard line, near the 47. So brings up 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 2. And I'll tell you what, if that's 2, that's a long, long 2.
Yeah, it's a long 2. It looks more like 3.
I'm thinking 3 and leaning toward 3.5.
Easily.
So let's see what Template has in mind this time. This is usually call on Dantzler. We like the command that you watch Templin take up and down the line.
He's not in a rush either. That's the great thing about this kid. He's very patient.
And you saw the clock tick down, and he called a timeout, I think, over the near sideline. Doug Doms did not like what he saw the clock, and he called the timeout himself. We'll take a timeout as well. It's 21-3. Wilson leads CD on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
You know, Advanced Hoops is offering youth skill builders for 5 to 10-year-olds this winter in Camp Hill, Lower Paxton, Hershey, and Palmyra. Charlie Fortney is also offering a program for players in junior high who got cut for the basketball team and are looking to play 5-on-5 games this winter. I wish Charlie had that for me when I was growing up. To get more information on shooting, 5-on-5, or youth skill builders, go to advancedhoops.com or call 657-2620.
I tell you, that's a really neat thing to do for those guys that want to play basketball and they get cut, and it gives them an opportunity to develop their craft, develop their game, going to Advanced Hoops. So good service for the community.
Well, and one of the things that Charlie and the group over there does, and I'm a part of that, so I'm very happy to be part of it, they do a great job of teaching and helping these kids to get better no matter where they are right now. So 3rd down and 3, ball at the 46-yard line, 4 out of 8 on 3rd down efforts so far today. Pitch back to Dantzler. Dantzler gets the first down across the 50 and into Central Dauphin territory. And the clock continues to be an ally now of Wilson.
Yeah, ally for Wilson and the enemy for Central Dauphin right now. And as long as they can keep moving the chains, it's going to be very difficult for Central Dauphin to even do anything offensively. And right now, they really just are not in sync. And this Wilson defense and coaching staff has this offense figured out, it looks like.
So Jake Templin, 1st down and 10, ball spotted right at the 50-yard line. Templin passes out to the flat. He's got Gaiman. Gaiman trying to get loose. Gaiman to the outside. Gaiman around the corner. Gaiman tiptoes out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Big pickup on 1st down. And we got a penalty flag down on the field. And the Wilson guys are walking backwards. You got holding on the play. Holding right about the 50-yard line. And you'll see it right here. Or maybe not. There you saw it. And I think who they caught out there was Fox actually holding on his block.
You know, they had 6 penalties for 60 yards in that first half, so that's something I know that the coaching staff probably talked about in halftime.
So they march it back 10 yards. It'll be 1st down and 20. Ball now sitting on their own 40 for the Bulldogs. So 3:27 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 21-3 in this District 3 4A championship game. Pass to Fox, pick play. Great job of spelling it out that time for Central Dauphin. And a number that we've been calling all night long, Reed Albright. He's right there again.
Yeah, Reed Albright's doing a good job outside. And you see these Wilson offensive players on the wings that are hard to bring down in space. And Albright's able to do it and make a tackle for a loss, brings up a 2nd and a lot.
So it'll be 2nd down and 21 yards to go. So 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Dantzler in the backfield with Templin. Templin straight back. Templin being pushed out of the pocket. Templin Honey. Templin looks downfield. And Templin is going to be brought down as he'll just eat it all the way back at his own 36-yard line. A loss of the play of 3, and if he goes much further, he's going to be in York County.
Exactly. He had, but you know what? There's a smart play out of quarterback. He doesn't release it, doesn't force anything. Great downfield coverage. I will say
he could have just thrown that away.
He could throw it away.
He got a sack. I mean, he got sacked.
He tried to get back to line of scrimmage and didn't. Yeah.
I mean, he was outside the box, so he could have threw that away, which would have, and I guess you're figuring 5 yards. It doesn't, it still make it 3rd and long, but in the sense that he was smart in the sense he didn't just throw it in the play to get it picked off.
One of the things that he did also by eating it, he kept the clock moving.
Yeah, that's
exactly. It continues to tick on down here. So straight back goes Templin, throws to the flat. He's got Dantzler. And another great play on the far side. And again, You want to talk about a guy that's playing great tonight, Albright again.
Sideline to sideline linebacker, he's doing a very, very good job today. This is his definite coming out party for him.
You can read Albright here. He's just pursuing all over the field. Just made a play on this side, goes back to the other side. And so in to kick it out of there will be Jake Klein for Wilson, as it's 4th down and 25 yards to go at their own 37-yard line. Back to receive Malik Fry for the Rams. Still got a lot of game left here as it's blocked.
That's Parsons.
And Central Dauphin has covered it at the 27-yard line, and there is new life for the Rams with 1:05 to go here in the third quarter. Let's take a look at it again.
And I think this was Parsons, and I think this is his 4th block of field goals or punts and field goals that he's had with those long arms. He gets up there and he gives Central Dauphin new life.
Not only does he block it, he also covers it afterwards. Look at him get back. Look at the quickness of this guy.
Well, that's what Penn State sees right there.
Oh,
I mean,
there's
they
no
see
doubt
that.
about
They're
it.
like, hey, we got to get in there.
That's a steal. Penn State gets him. I want to be offensive coordinator. I might bring him in on offense. Bring him in on offense.
First out of 10 now for the Rams. New life. They're down 21-3, but a big chance here. Ball handed near side. And a good run by Raleigh Serb as he'll get it down to the 20-yard line.
Here's why I like the idea. If I'm offensive coordinator right now, I go to coach and I'm saying, let me tell you something. We got to put Parsons in there at tight end. We're going to line him up. Even if anything, we're going to use him to block, lead the way for Serb.
Well, I think Serb, and on that play, he went north-south.
Yeah.
And at that point, you can hear some of the Central Dauphin coaches up in the box talking about going forward, north-south, not east-west,
right,
especially with the speed of this Wilson defense.
Ball to 20-yard line, 2nd down and 3. 28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Central Dauphin on the move.
They're going to take a shot down the field here. You look at it.
There's Millar. He's got his man in the end zone.
Wow, 101.
Touchdown and a great pass to fellow quarterback David Payton. We saw that play earlier. They came back to it here on the post route, and he hits Payton for the touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you, just a good play. And actually, I think that was Salek.
It was going to be Salek, rather. I thought it was Payton. I look up again. It's going to be a 9, not a 6. And it's Salek with the catch in the end zone. Yep. Look at Salek bring that down. Perfect pass from Millar. He got pressured, and Salek hauls it in.
Good catch. He looked it right in. And I think right now they wanted to capitalize off of the turnover or the block punt, and they did.
That was Salek. I think that was David Payton who caught that.
I
right?
thought it was Payton, too, when I just
caught
called it.
No, Payton caught it.
No, Payton's 16. Salek's 19.
Yeah, but 16 is what it caught. We'll come back and take a look at it and see who's right when we return. It's High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
That's Payton.
Yep, that's Payton.
Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, Pre-Owned. The Brenner family of dealerships is proud to support High School Sports Live. And we've been serving Central PA for over 93 years. We have everything that you're looking for. Great customer service, great pricing and selection, an excellent service department for the life of your vehicle. All at the Brenner family of dealerships on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg and on Paxton Street, Harrisburg. 24/7 at BrennerFamily.com. Serving Central PA for over 93 years.
Karen has 459 friends, but none of them made sure she got home okay. None of them suggested she skip the next drink, try a glass of water, or maybe just call it a night. Karen has 459 friends, but tonight, what she really needed was one good one.
So the strike from Millar to Payton. Yes, I had it right the first time.
Yes,
Payton
you did.
with a touchdown catch on the post route. Puts CD back in this game with 15.4 seconds to go in the third quarter. They're down 21-10. And Kirchner about to kick off. And boy, has he had a foot so far tonight.
He has. He's a guy I see playing at another level. Penn State might want to give a kid like him a look.
Kirchner sends this one deep. And it's going to go into the end zone. I think, nope, they're going to throw the penalty flag out. I thought it might have crossed the end line.
Gary, you had a good call on it. On that angle, it looks like it popped on that left side on inside the cone in the end zone. But
it looks like the official, I mean, they're a little closer to it than us.
So there you see it does go across just shy of the pylon. But, man, he had some foot on this on a cold night. You can see it right here.
Oh, yes, right on the one. Great camera work.
It looked like my sand wedge when it hits the green. It kind of sucks back a little bit.
It sucks right back in.
That's what it was.
I got to give those Invicta cameraman prop. I tried to run court for him one time, about a half a morning. That was about it.
That's about it.
So the ball out at the 35-yard line on the penalty. It'll be 1st and 10. Templin setting up, and now the game has a little different complexion to it here. We're still a whole quarter in front and 15 seconds plus here to go in the third quarter.
Central Dauphin bringing everybody is what they've been doing. And you know they're bringing the whole, look at that.
And there's the blitz right there as Dantzler is going to get brought down very quickly. And that should end the third quarter here. 21-10. Wilson still leads, heading to the fourth. But CD has new life, and you're watching it all on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. True Vision Realtors is the most enthusiastic and innovative real estate firm in central Pennsylvania, offering multiple programs from for sale by owner to full service. They are a locally family-owned business. They're serving you for your buying and selling needs. To catch the true vision for your housing future, call Nick and Jody Pendolino at 717-925-9095. Pac Financial is helping local families build, manage, and protect their retirement savings. Do you have a game plan for retirement? Steve Morazzo is a local advisor who listens and cares. There's no account too large or too small. Call Steve Morazzo at 717-564-6400 and ask about the free, no-obligation retirement projection. Did you know that Cleveland Brothers is much more than just earth-moving and construction machines? Their rental and standby generators, their truck engine service, their Solaire air compressors, their global pumps, and so much more. Visit them at clevelandbrothers.com. 21-10 as we head to the final quarter, guys, but you can feel the breath coming out of Central Dauphin as they got new life here, head to the final quarter, Jerome.
Well, that block punt was the beginning part of it, and then you see the touchdown to Peyton, and that seemed to insert some life into this defense, and let's see if they can sustain that.
So Wilson, where do they go right now? Do they reinsert the passing game? Yes, they do. As looking out here, the flat is to Fox's Temple, but quickly covered up that time by David Payton.
David Payton's doing a good job. He's playing a lot of downs, doing things. You know, sometimes you just have to do some things a little different. This guy is, you know, well, anything you want to say right now, he could probably play at the next level in that secondary position.
Well, he still has another year left, and you talk about the athletes on both teams that are young and will be back next year, and he's one of them.
Third down, 8 yards to go for Wilson, and this becomes a little bit more of an interesting situation now than it was a few moments ago. Two receivers far side, one near side. Templin fakes the handoff. Templin steps in the pocket. Templin keeps it himself. Templin is going to be brought down shy of the first down, which will bring up fourth down out about the 44-yard line. Let's take a look at it.
It might be a 4th and 1. Man, what do you do here?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think you're at a position where you probably want to punt the ball. You know, at this point, if you don't get the first down, you give very good field position to Central Dauphin. So I think it's a good idea to punt.
And Central Dauphin just got some momentum right now. You don't want to let that continue, and so you kick it out of there. You still have a 2-score lead.
Now, the problem is you don't want to get this blocked. We just saw a punt blocked earlier, so you don't want to get this blocked, which could also continue to swing of the momentum.
So Malik Fry back to take the punt. He's standing at about his own 32-yard line. And you got a penalty flag down.
Yeah, the clock ran
out. And I think Wilson was okay to accept that penalty of delay of game. I think right now you're going to punt it anyway, so it really doesn't matter. You know, you lose a couple of yards.
They want to try to pin them in here inside their own 10 if they can.
And they also wanted to see if they can get Central Dauphin to possibly jump, which would have gave them the first down.
So Connor Howell back to punt.
And they're coming.
And Howell gets it away, end over end. Gets a great bounce for Wilson, all the way down to 15, to the 12, and now picked up there very quickly by Malik Fry, and doesn't get very much getting back.
Dangerous play, but it did save some yardage. So I think it's one of those things where if you're a coach, you're saying, if you're going to pick that ball up, you better pick it up. And that's exactly what happened.
It wasn't a punt of beauty, but it was a 47-yard punt. Take a look, about 30 yards. and then about 17 yards a roll. Look at this.
Right, and that was one of those things where if you keep letting it roll, you don't want to do that, and you get a chance by Fry to pick it up and see if he can save and salvage some of those yardage, and he was able to get maybe a four or five of it back.
That scares the whole coaching staff.
It does.
When you see Fry pick the ball up like that.
He's like, get away from it, get away from it. Okay, you got it.
10-17 to go. Wilson's up 21-10. First down and 10 at your own 18-yard line if you're the Rams of CD, and big possession here. Let's see what they've got. Millar, who has the arm, is in there right now. But just man in motion. Hands it off to Raleigh Serb. Raleigh Serb is just decked shy of the line of scrimmage.
Serb is really, tonight, footing has been a problem for him on this turf. And I don't know, he plays on turf all the time at Central Dauphin. He hasn't been able to stay upright.
Yeah, and he definitely has had no real opportunities at cutback lanes. He's just pretty much going east-west as opposed to north-south. And you got to credit the Wilson defense for what they've been able to do. Again, the coaching staff up here is calling it by formations, what you're seeing.
Serb normally averages about 5.9 yards a carry. Tonight, 12 rushes for 30 yards. Serb in motion. Millar looks back, has Serb out there in the flat, and Serb has some room to run. Serb. First down and more. Serve across the 40. Serve to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rams. And a nice throwback to Serve on kind of a delayed screenplay, 27-yard pickup.
And that was a very, very well-designed play. You see the movement of the offense going all to the right except one player, Raleigh Serb, out there, and he had 2 blockers out there. He could have took that the distance.
Let's stay with that kind of package. We talked about that. Get him into bubble screens and the trips. Do some things, go opposite. Misdirection. Serb, if you wake up Serb, be careful.
First down and 10 at the 45-yard line. The clock ticks under 10 minutes to go. Millar across the middle has a man wide open, and he catches up to him right there, and that is his Mitchell Nice, the wide receiver who comes back and makes a good catch. Good pass again by Millar.
Mitchell's only a junior. A lot of guys coming back, but right now, Millar's finding a little bit of a groove, guys.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing is different from the first half is that the quarterbacks for Central Dauphin have time. In the first half, they didn't. You saw the domination of this Wilson defense, and now they're starting to be able to move the ball on Wilson.
Millar looking to the far side, puts his man in motion. And Saib is going to, Serb rather, is going to carry it. Should be a first down,
yep.
And it is. 1st and 10. So Central Dauphin on the move right now, courtesy of the screen a moment ago to serve the 27-yard screen. 8:31 to go, though, and you've got to make some things happen here in a relatively short period of time.
Here is this perfect, and Wilson probably knows this is coming. You got to watch the players coming in. Here's this play action opportunity that they go long and take shots downfield. Watch that slant. I don't see Peyton in, so when they bunch those backs close to, well, Millar's trying to get the call into him. Yep, he's not going to have time.
You saw some confusion among the Central Dauphin players coming in. And number 22, Deshaun Paul, seemed like he was confused on where to go.
SMX has immediate warehouse positions available at their Carlisle, Lewisberry, and Middlesex locations. Come apply with SMX at apply.smjobs.com. Immediate positions available on both day and night shifts. Pay starts at up to $12 an hour. That's apply.smjobs.com. SMX is an equal opportunity employer. Penn National Insurance and Inservco Insurance Services are teaming up to help all drivers feel secure. Drivers who text while driving are putting themselves and others in dangerous path. Don't text to drive. To feel more secure, read our driver's safety tips by going to PennNationalInsurance.com. Driver's safety comes first. 8:09 to go. 21-10 is the lead. Guys, we've got to start thinking a little bit, too, about our Hoffman Ford player of the game out ahead. You got a lot of candidates, I think, out here in the field tonight.
Yeah, we definitely do, and we still have a lot of game to play.
I was going to say the final storyline has yet to be written in this one. So first down and 10 for the Rams. 8:09 left to go. Millar barks the signals out. Puts serve in motion. Front pitch this time. Not a whole lot on the play. At a couple-yard pickup by Steve McNeil.
Not a bad play call. Just Wilson knew it was coming all the way when they dragged serve.
Problem with this, though, too, is that you're also watching that clock tick inexorably. There's a word for you for tonight. Toward the end, and you got to get some kind of length on your plays down the middle here somewhere.
With that
down
ball
the
on
field,
the 43, you look play action, they're probably going to go. They're going to go Peyton's side on the slant again.
Got everybody out this time.
Peyton got held on the slant.
And again, it's going to be a short pass, going to be incomplete.
They had Peyton on a slant. He got held and missed the call. You see some Central Dolphin guys over on the other crew yelling at it a little bit.
Right.
Peyton saying, hey, guys, I got held with my hands. But within 5, you know what? You can bump him a little bit, Jerome.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely get your hands on it. And truthfully, you can get your hands on it until the official calls it. So,
well, that's
I mean,
another
right
good point.
now, I mean, hey, if it's not called, it's not a penalty.
The only good thing about the miss there was the fact that you stopped the clock. So 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Ball at the Wilson 43. Obviously, 2-down territory. Need to get to the 35-yard line for 1st down. Going for the whole bunch here, and he was looking all the way downfield for his counterpart, David Payton, not to be had. That's the 2nd time they're going for that play tonight.
Anytime they see Peyton come in the game now, they're just double covering him. He's not even an option now.
Yeah, and I think, again, you see a one-man route on the play. So Peyton was the only one, and you had 3 defenders there. I mean, he did get across the face of the last defender, so there was an ability to make a play there. It's just that, you know, Peyton, you're putting a lot on him, putting him out there by himself against an entire secondary for Wilson.
Rashad Gabriel brings the play in from the sidelines.
This is arguably the biggest 4th down, 4th and 8 of Central Dolphins season right now.
Well, you know, there's no practice tomorrow if you lose the game tonight.
Absolutely.
So
good point.
You got to come up with a big play here. 2 receivers out, 1 man in motion. No, he'll come near side. Millar steps back. Millar.
He's got 2 receivers.
Left. Millar still looking. Millar throws it downfield. It's going to be picked off. Wilson's got it. And they're just going to try to keep on running with it. As you see, Fox has it. Fox continues deep. Fox finally brought down there by Millar.
And how did Millar make the tackle? There were 3 blockers ahead, and Millar squeezes through all of them and makes a touchdown-saving tackle.
32-yard return by John Fox, rather. And here you see it. John Fox played it the whole way. And Fox has it. You think he's going to go down on it right there, but then he keeps running. Breaks a tackle there. Breaks one more, and then has some room to run. And there you see Millar. Millar just sticks him. Great open field tackle to save a touchdown because he was the last one that was going to get him.
I think if he bounced that far outside, he takes it to the house.
Again, though, there was a 2-man route.
Yeah.
There was the whole secondary for Wilson was back there, so everybody was doubled up.
They just dropped back and prevent, like you said, receiver right, receiver left. They had single receivers on both sides and 2-man route.
So for Templin now, you're going to see handoff after handoff, and they're going to try to get a couple 1st downs as he hands off right away to Shane Dantzler. And Dantzler tickles it down near the 36-yard line, and the clock rolling. And I don't think Wilson's going to be in any great hurry to run this particular play as the clock just started there at 25.
Yep. He'll take all 20 of those seconds there on the clock.
19-18. He's still got plenty of time.
He'll walk up.
He's going to look things over. And he can see the clock right to his left down in the end zone. Now ticks down to 10. Templin brings his man in closer to the line, ticks down to 5. He better get it off now. 4, 3, 2, and right at the end, he gets it off. Handoff in the backfield will go again to Dantzler, and Dantzler dances inside the 35-yard line.
You see linebacker number 40, Steve McNeil, is the first one on the play that gets Dantzler at the legs, and then the defense kind of corrals him for a short gain.
I've been impressed with Dantzler all night long. I think he's an outstanding runner.
If you know Wilson holds on, I can't see giving the player of the game to anybody else than Dantzler. Tonight he ran hard and effective all night long.
And those were hard yards, some of them. I mean, he's really taking some shots, and he's continuing to churn them out.
Still out ahead, our Pac Financial play of the game, our Capital Region Insurance Agency hit parade, and also our Hoffman Ford player of the game. So lots to do yet to see. Look at Dantzler. Just fights away. Dantzler fights inside the 30-yard line. You're going to get a face mask call. It's going to be another 1st down for Wilson. Right there, it talks about, you guys talked about he runs mad. And there was a great example of it, what exactly you were talking about earlier, Jerome.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he runs determined and he runs mad, and he's breaking through tackle after tackle after tackle. And right now it looks like there's going to be a penalty against Central Dauphin, which will give the first down.
I'll take a look at him here. He just doesn't stop. Right here, you're going to see the face mask right about here. And it was just an inadvertent face mask, just for a minute, the 5-yard variety.
Carson came in on that backside and just got a hand on it.
But enough to get the first down, so it's down to the 25-yard line.
It's all about balance with Dantzler. He uses his hands, he stays balanced, and his feet moves.
So now you're going to just see handoff after handoff to Dantzler here. You would think the rest of the way out. No need to put the ball in the air. 5:11 to go. You got a 2-score lead. You pitch it back to Dantzler. Dantzler inside the 25-yard line to about the 23.
You give credit to both sides, even Central Dauphin. There's no lack of hard hustle out of either one of the teams. Tonight, you cannot pinpoint anywhere where neither team did not hustle. They've left it all here.
And yeah, we talk about how the defenses have really been impressive. And we've seen, with the score again, Wilson's up 21-10, but Central Dauphin's defense has done a good job against them. It's just Wilson's defense has done even a better job defensively.
We're going to get ready here in a moment for the Central Capital Region Insurance Agency hit parade, but Dantzler again down to the 20-yard line. And let's take a look at our Capital Region Insurance Agency hit parade here tonight. Lots of hits out here, and they were good and clean, but they were hit hard.
They were, and I'll tell you what, this was the billing that we thought defensively. You see just solid hits. I mean, oh, man, that right there, that was a big one. And we saw some quarterbacks get lit up as well. On the play. I mean, guys are going to be waking up tomorrow morning sore after this game. And when you see both quarterbacks took some, and then you got to get an offensive player that gets his little lick in there as well.
Hit him so hard there, I'm sore. So Templin now, 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
Yeah, and they hit more and hurt more when it's cold, fellas.
Templin keeps it himself. Moves the ball across the 20, down near the 23-yard line.
Man.
No, the 18 rather, near the 18. And now for our Pac Financial play of the game, and this was the one that really took it away from CD. Watch this.
That was
pass it down, and that was the last gas just a moment ago, picked off by John Fox and run all the way back down into CD territory. I'll tell you the other one was the big fumble early in the game that Rosa picked up and took to the house. Otherwise, you're looking at a game here, it's 14-10, much like the 14-12 game back in the 3rd week of the season these two had.
And again, when, as a quarterback, you cannot throw, they tell you not to throw off your back foot. And because you don't have enough air on it, you don't put your body into the throw, and you kind of lob it up there, and that's what happened. It got picked off.
We'll take a break. It's 21-10, 2:54 to go in this one on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium on a cool night, and some people starting to leave right now. And, but I got to give credit here. Central Dauphin, the fans aren't leaving at all. They're all sticking tight there. The band's still playing. It's a celebration of a season for both these teams. Whether you move on or not, you get to this point in the season, you're still playing football. You're playing pretty well.
Oh, no doubt about it. Central Dauphin, hats off to Central Dauphin, the whole program over there. They put state champions on the field year after year in soccer. They've really got things going over there very well. But you know what? Tonight they just ran into a team that really is clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, you figure the line of scrimmage of Wilson has been amazing.
It'll be 4th down and 4 yards to go. I'm going to make a bet, guys. I bet this doesn't go in the air.
Oh,
I'd lose. And look at that. Win in the air, but a very safe pass, not going real far. Jake Gaiman was the intended receiver, so I lost the bet.
Well, you made the bet as the ball was getting put in the air.
I bet with myself, and there it was. Yeah, I
give him a pre-call. I mean,
I bet in the air, ball's in the air.
It was pre to the shotgun formation.
Tell you what, though, take a look. If this ball gets picked off, you might be taking it to the house.
Yeah.
You know what?
And who was it that had their hands on it once again? Reed Albright.
Yeah, Reed Albright, again, has had an amazing game for CD in that defense.
I was shocked that they threw the ball there, frankly. So Millar overthrows his man across the middle. And don't forget, we're going to be doing basketball later on. The guy to my left, Todd McCall, and I are getting ready to do that. We've got Hershey and Susquehanna. What better game to open up the season on December 9th? Can't wait to get that done. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, High School Sports Live puts the fun ones together every year. Charlie Fortin does a good job of picking those games. Biggs of Hershey going against the quickness of Susquehanna Township.
Boy, what a run both those teams made last season, huh?
Oh, no doubt.
The ball passed out to the flat to Raleigh serve and nowhere to go. 2:35 to go, the clock running.
What you look forward to, too, when you're a basketball coach is, you know, on one hand, Central Dauphin season ends, but there's a couple basketball players on there. And you know, from a coaching perspective, Gary, when you're waiting for your key players, you're waiting for some of those bigs to come off the field. It's not that you're rooting against them. You're like, hey, son, I'll see you tomorrow.
And their wrestling coach is waiting for their wrestlers.
No doubt about it. Central Dauphin just great wrestlers year after year.
And the football coach is saying we'll take a couple weeks off and then we'll get back in the weight room, guys. Millar looking deep. Millar's got, and he one more man to beat, and he had David Payton again, but good coverage down there by Wilson.
And he threw in the double coverage, a one-man route once again. So you see a lot, three defensive backs back there and almost gets another one picked off.
And one of the reasons they have to go to that single route or that double route is because they've had to stack the line. They've had to bring double tights inside on their offensive line because of the pressure by Wilson. So it takes away, it takes away receivers. You're going singles right and left. And it's tough, that's tough.
So here potentially is your final play of the season if you're Central Dauphin with 2:01 to go, 4th and 7. And you're going to be sending everybody this time. Pilar. And timeout on the field. So Central Dauphin calls timeout. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be right back. The District 3 Championship on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
4th down and 7, 2 minutes to go. Central Dauphin, possibly the final play of the season. Millar fakes the handoff. Millar is going to be brought down, and he's brought down by a guy who's made a big difference here tonight, Mr. Rosa, Austin Rosa, coming up again out of defensive end spot and just pancaking Millar in the backfield, and that's just about going to do it, Jerome.
And you see Rosa just comes off the end, and he just, the tackle outside can't even get to him. He had to make a decision. Rosa comes off the end, blindsides the quarterback, and that will pretty much seal it for Central Dauphin. And you're starting to see the fans of Central Dauphin, they know that the game is now done.
And what a night Rosa has had. And I'm going to bet now that there'll be no passes. How's that?
I'm with you on that. You can put a bet there.
1:53 to go in this one, and what a game it's been tonight. You speak about Rosa. Rosa could have been very easily the player of the game.
Right.
Had one of the biggest plays of the game with the return punt, with the return fumble for the TD. Here's Templin handing off to Dancer. Dancer all the way down to the 10-yard line and pushed back there. Gain of about 7 on the play. Should bring up 2nd down and 3. And I think they may run just a couple more plays here and then take a knee.
Yeah, they can pretty much ice this on the next play or two.
For Central Dauphin, a season that is going to see them end up 11-3. For Wilson, They will move to 14-0 and move into the semifinals of the state championships. Reclaim a championship they last won in 2012, the District 3 championship. Dantzler again, Dantzler over the right side, Dantzler around the corner, pushed down at about the 5-yard line. The clock continues to roll. We'll stop it for a moment, be a first down, reset the chains. Dantzler has run hard all night long.
He is, and I mean, he's gotten stronger as the game has gone on, and he's not a big back as far as just size, but he's built well, and he's showing you his versatility and durability.
And he's about to get a curtain call here as they bring him off to the side, along with his partner, Jake Gaiman, who had some big catches for tonight for the Bulldogs. Now you're going to take the knee. Clock ticking down to 47. 23 carries in the game for Dantzler for 93 yards. As Pemplin takes the knee. And Templin showing to his teammates he knows he's got this one put away. As it's going to be second down now and 5, and it's just academic. As all the players there shaking hands. Good recognition of sportsmanship, good recognition of effort.
Yeah, and I think this was a good win for Wilson to win this district championship game. I think it prepares them very well for the states in the next round.
3, 2, 1, and that is it. Your 2014 Trip 4A District 3 champions, the Wilson Bulldogs, winning it here tonight out of West Long, PA, and their first district championship since 2012, beating Central Dauphin 21-10 in a grinder here this evening, and I think it was a defensive struggle. You take away the one return of the fumble for a touchdown, Jerome. I think you're really looking at a defensive showdown again here tonight, much like the 14-12 game back on week 3.
Yeah, definitely a good defensive struggle, and I'll tell you what, again, very, very impressed with several things from Wilson. Number one, the defensive play calling. They did their homework, the coaches and the players. They really seem to have a good bead on this Central Dauphin offensive attack. And number two, just the tackling that this Wilson defense did. They were just very strong at the point of attack. Both of those things go into the next round very well. As the competition continues to progress, you're starting to get the district champions of all the districts coming together to start playing each other. And I think right now, Wilson is set to go into the semifinals of states and see if they can make some noise at the next level.
And while we're looking right here, we're going to bring Travis Sparks in for just a moment to talk a little bit about some of the numbers here tonight as well. Travis?
Yeah, for Central Dauphin, they just couldn't get the ground game going. Only 64 yards on 23 carries tonight. That's less than 3 yards a carry. They kind of had to pass a whole lot in the second half, 109 yards, but they ended up throwing the 2 picks. As far as Wilson goes, 141 yards passing, 106 on the ground altogether. They spread it out nicely in the second half. I had mentioned like Dantzler and Gaiman were the only ones to get touches in the first half. Well, they started spreading around a little more. Fox had 4 catches in the second half, including that interception. 247 yards total. Templin had 141 yards passing. Great job, especially on third down. Wilson converted half their third downs tonight. Central Dauphin was held to less than half their third downs.
You know, Jerome, when you can convert half your third down situation, that talks a little bit about efficiency.
Yeah, I think it takes you with both.
Well, let's go down to Todd McCall right now, who has got our Hoffman Ford player of the game. Todd?
I'm here with Hoffman Ford player of the game, Shane Dantzler. Shane, tonight you guys come away with the district championship. You had 23 carries, 92 yards. Tonight we talked about it. You ran mad and you ran hard. Can you talk about just the game plan you guys had coming to this game?
Our game plan was come out and win the game. It was going to be a hard one coming in. They were number 2 in the seed. Second game playing them. It was going to be a tough one. So we just buckled down, got more focused, and came out and played our best.
And I want to say one thing, too. Your offensive line was really effective with the good push up front. But, you know, we talked about a lot of people say you're a little bit old school, aren't you? You run hard, push those linemen forward. And I just thought tonight you just ran effectively, keeping square, and you're hard to tackle.
Yeah, our offensive line isn't really big, but they're really tough and strong, and they always get the job done. So I just want to be the backbone and get the more extra yards I can.
Last but not least, there's going to be a lot of dancing on the bus on the way back to Reading, Pennsylvania.
There's always dancing on the bus.
All right. That's Shane Dantzler, player of the game. Hoffman Ford, player of the game, 23 carries and 92 yards. Gary?
And you take a look down at that team right there, and there's what they came here to get, was the big trophy, and it's going to be going back to West Lawn to be in the Wilson Trophy case. And there's a proud bunch of Bulldogs there tonight. Again, Shane Dantzler, our Hoffman Ford player of the game, and a whole lot of people to thank here tonight. First of all, Ron Kennedy, the head of District 3 and all their great committee. All the good people here at Hershey Park Stadium did just a fabulous job. Travis Sparks, the captain of the Stats up here on the deck, who always keeps us right on track. Of course, Todd McCall down there, and Jerome Presley, who did a great job tonight.
Oh, thank you,
we'd
sir.
also like to thank Chad Edwards, our producer downstairs, and all the crew from Invicta here who put these pictures out there and the replays all night long, give you the very best angles we can give you.
And who weathered a lot of bad weather this year between rain at Susquehanna Township and the cold this weekend. It was brutal, but we got through it. Thanks, guys.
There you go, and they're there for all kinds of services all the time. And thanks, as always, to all of you viewers out there as well. It's been a great season. Again, Wilson, your 4A District 3 champions here at Hershey Park Stadium, 21-10. They beat Central Dauphin tonight. Have a great evening, everyone. For ABC 27 and for Invicta and for High School Sports Live TV, I'm Gary Sutton.